Okay, everybody, we're back. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the All Stations Challenge on Northern TransPennine. I just want to make a few small shout-outs to begin with. One thing I might have forgot to mention, it's St. Dwin Wednesday today, and if anyone doesn't know what St. Dwin Wednesday is, it's Welsh Valentine's Day. So, I love everybody who's in my chat today, so if you're in my chat, I love you, okay? No homo or anything, just I love you if you're in the chat, alright? And we got all that out of the way. Next thing. Samaritans liked our tweet. Thank you, Samaritans. We really hope this will be a very nice and successful stream. It's a very fun stream so far. I'm enjoying it so far. But thank you to the Samaritans for replying as well. And a shout out to them. We're supporting them out and stuff. And we're really hoping for a nice, fun, fantastic stream. We hope to raise a lot of money for them because they are a really, really good charity. Next thing. Get Matthew back on.
The beat I want it to go on.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, we're back. So
just sort of explaining how I practice for panto, because Damien said that on the pantos that he does, they set up a system called QLab, which is able to trigger sound and lighting if you have it linked up to a lighting desk.
Ah, okay, that's cool.
I'm just saying how we don't do that at Theatre Clues, and actually everything is a manual go, which is a bit interesting.
Yeah.
One so thing you have to sit there and press go.
Yeah.
Which I get now paid £14 an hour for, so it's all good.
It's all good, isn't it? £14 an hour is not chump change at all. Anyway, what was I going to say again? Oh yeah, based on that, one thing I'd really like to do at some point. Now, I have absolutely no theatre experience at all, so it would probably be a complete flop, but I am a bit of a perfectionist. So one thing I'd really like to do is put on a Les Miserables performance at some point for, I don't know, just anything, really. It'd probably have to be licensed out, wouldn't it? But it would probably not be I probably wouldn't be able to do a good job, but I am a bit of a perfectionist, so Damien will be Javert. Okay, Damien, you are going to be Javert, okay? I'll be Marius, and Matthew, you can be Jean Valjean. Or you can be the lighting person, it's up to you.
I'm the lighting person that sits there, comically smokes something,
yeah,
and makes the pretty lights go.
Yeah, pretty much. Comically smokes something to get through the entire performance because it'd be completely shit.
Haven't you seen, like, the gig list? I think Damien probably would have.
The gig list?
Yeah. So you have, like, the lead singer that has himself and all the girls, the guitarist who has himself and some girls, the bassist who's single, the drummer who's also single, and then it comes up with the lighting guy who's sort of smoking something.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
Oh, this one thing I did see was over Christmas actually. It was the Goes Wrong show. Over Christmas. Did you see that?
Yeah, I've got Peter Pan and Christmas Carol Goes Wrong now on Amazon Video.
The one they did over Christmas was the Nativity Goes Wrong. That was hilarious. At the very beginning, I loved it. It was just like, now they were supposed to be doing a fire drill at this performance, and there was going to be one fire drill during this performance. And after considerable debate, there will now be 2 fire drills in this performance. It was brilliant. Honestly, the way they do that is amazing. I love the way they choreograph it. I don't do it justice. It's great. Hey, poster.
They have Magic Goes Wrong as well, which is actually a collaboration with, is it Penn and Teller?
Possibly. But then it's the murder mystery one. I don't know if that's actually the Goes Wrong show, but that one's hilarious as well.
That is the play that goes wrong.
Yeah, the play that goes wrong is that one, isn't it?
The Murder at Havisham Manor.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love that one so much. It's great. But yeah, Damien, you can be Javert. I'll be Marius. I'll find someone to be Cosette. But there'll need to be two people to
Charlie
be Cosette.
Cosette.
Yeah, there we go. We've got Cosette. And now we need Eponine. Who's Eponine? Who can be Eponine? We'll find out. We'll find out soon. No, Matthew can be Eponine.
No, I'm the lighting guy.
Yeah.
High as a kite.
Matthew's the lighting guy. Who can we have playing? Let's see. Not Grande. Well, we need a Grande. We need a Grande. We need a Grande.
How much would it cost to get a license for one song of Les Mis?
The thing is, there is a website called MIT Shows, but they do have. You can get a license for Les Miserables School Edition, but not for the full edition. I don't know what the difference is though.
The school edition might be a bit more friendlier and shorter.
A little bit more PG. Yeah, probably. The thing is, if I was to ever do it, I would want to do the full performance of it, because you won't do it justice if you just have an hour-long Les Miserables.
I can't remember how many music on a 25th anniversary concert at the end. Cameron McIntosh says how many shows were licensed for school shows.
Ah, right.
I think he says the number, and I can't remember how many.
I haven't seen the 25th anniversary. The problem is,
It's 3 hours long.
Yeah, it sounds like... Wait, which way are we supposed to go here? Is this our train? Hold on, let me have a look.
I don't know. Is it your train?
I'm not sure. I don't think it is.
Is that a plane outside or in a game? It's a plane outside.
Oh. No, that we're going the other way. Okay, we're on the right platform. That train's arriving and it's terminating. And we're waiting for the 9:30? No, wait, not the 9. We're waiting for the 9:24. That's the one we're waiting for. We've got 7 minutes left. Damien said, my theatre company are kind of doing a murder mystery goes wrong, but in the way that an actual murder happened and actual police arrive. Murder mystery goes wrong, we actually killed the performer. Whoops. No, that would be quite cool, to be fair. To be fair, when you do that, let me know. I would love to see that.
What, the court case on TV?
What?
The court case on TV.
Yeah, the court case on TV.
There's a 20-minute on YouTube if you go to Mischief Theatre page on YouTube.
Yeah.
They've done a 20-minute show, like a 20-minute video, talking about the Peter Pan goes wrong.
Yeah.
And how some bits that actually went wrong inspired other bits. To
Ah,
sort
right.
of go with the show.
I just realised that's a 6-car 101.
Yes, it is.
Don't see those very often. Damien, due to the current pandemic situation, it might be a radio play. Aww. That's unfortunate, because I would have actually come to see that.
Radio play with animation.
I do like murder mystery, right? I do like it. My favourite, Columbo. Absolutely, 100%. Columbo is my favourite murder mystery. I know it's technically not mystery because you find out who the murderer is at the beginning of every single episode.
But that's the selling point now.
Yeah, it's what I like about it though, because you're not essentially left in suspense as to who the murderer is, but you are left in suspense into how they get caught. And how they get caught is really fun to watch all the time, because you can tell halfway through when Columbo knows who the murderer is. And I think one of my favorites, I have quite a lot of favorite Columbo episodes. One of my favorites is one of them is Columbo goes to college, and you can just tell halfway through that he knows who's the murderer. You just know that he knows, and that's what I like about it. It's just the way that he gives it off. And then obviously he finds out at the end by planting his wife's car in the place of another car. And I like that. That's brilliant. Another one is Columbo Cries Wolf, where someone pretends to have been murdered, but goes off to London, pretends to have been murdered on the way, just to upsell a magazine. And eventually at the end, she does actually get murdered. And that is gruesome. actually, when he discovers the body. It's actually quite gruesome. Because it actually just shows you in all its glory. It's great.
Blood and gore.
Carry on, sorry.
Blood and gore.
Well, not blood and gore, it's just that it's a dead, inanimate body inside a bag. Damien, we are in conversation with Morn FM to put all our audio plays on there. That would be really cool. That would be pretty cool. That would give you very good promotion, and also Morn FM very good promotion as well. That'd be interesting. What else was I going to say?
I sort of wish we had a film crew at Mold Riots. That would have been really good to put up.
I was supposed to be there to film things, but the day I was supposed to go, they said we don't want any more filming.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, because the thing is, when Mold Riots was happening, I was part of the photography crew / videography, so I was there to do videography, because I'm good at video making and video editing. And that's what I wanted to do. And that's what I was going to do as well, pretty much. We obviously got passes that we would be able to watch the thing for free, which was good, and my idea was I would be filming the show at the time. For the first day I wasn't available because it was a stream day. On the Tuesday, I don't remember if I was available then either, and I was going to go, I think, on the Wednesday or the Thursday. I can't remember which day it was. I think it was the Wednesday I was going to go, because on the Thursday I was in work. So, on the Wednesday, basically, Tuesday, I think, was the press night, I think, if I remember correctly. That they did.
Something like that. It's usually Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, so on Mold Riot, I remember they mentioned Tuesday was a press night. And then when I said, well, I would like to go on the Wednesday, and I had arranged to go at the time, and I was looking forward to it on the Wednesday, and then they turn around and say, Tuesday is press night. And as such, after press night, we don't want any more footage of this. And in my eyes, that was a big middle finger to the photography crew. To be honest. Because we'd worked our socks off for that, and we didn't even get to watch it. I didn't get a chance to watch it because I didn't have a lift to get there, and I could have taken a bus there, but I wouldn't have had a bus. I wouldn't have been able to get a bus back, so I had no way of getting there and no way of coming back. I mean, I could have asked you if I could have hitched a ride with you, but I didn't know if you were available.
I didn't finish until like 11:30 at night.
Well, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have been an issue with what time I'd finished. It was just a matter of getting there.
No, because my car would be up at the theatre.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
And I would be going back in the works van.
Ah, that's fair. Yeah. But I had no way of getting there and no way of getting back either, so I wasn't able to go and watch it. Charlie missed out as well because of it. And to me, I think that was just very annoying, because I was looking forward to see it, and to go there and see it would mean I wanted to film, because that's what I was there to do in the first place. But because they said, "Oh, we've already had press night," I was basically told we don't need any more footage, and you know, that was just me. That was, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything to do with those groups, so.
No, I know. Damien just put Valjean, at last we see each other plain.
Sur le mer, you were a different shade.
Sur la mer, you'll wear a different chain. I can sing, actually. I'm not too bad. I prefer it when there's actual music in the background, but... Ah, I see you two are men of cultures too. Absolutely. I have not got a seat. I have to stand. I would like a refund, please. I mean, there's one seat, but it means I have to sit next to someone, and I don't necessarily want to do that. I'll sit in the guard compartment.
I think my parents are currently a bit fed up of listening to a chorus line and Shrek the Musical at the moment, and The Greatest Showman.
Oh, right. Oh, the lights aren't on. Hold on, I need to go and turn on the lights. I can't see shit. Oh boy.
Press L.
Well,
Press
uh,
L.
oh
So,
right. Oh, there's a. I didn't know you had a flashlight.
yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. I actually didn't know about that. Thank you. Right, let's turn this on. Boop. There we go. I mean, the light's not brilliant, but it's at least there.
They're not really brilliant back then.
Yeah. Welsh boy singing song. Oh, yeah. Yeah, The thing is about the national anthem, I can sing it, but, you know, embarrassment of people listening is the only problem I have. Unless it's at karaoke, I don't mind it at karaoke.
Don't mind it after 16 pints.
Yeah, if people have had 16 pints to drink and they have to listen to me afterwards, I don't think they'll care all that much. I wouldn't have had 16 pints, I'd be completely sober. But most people would be like floppy lettuce when they listen to me, so it's fine.
Oh, it was Beluga number 3 arriving as well.
Hey.
The plane, I could hear Beluga XL number 3.
I don't need any pints for me to sing Bee Gees Staying Alive in the pub. I mean, if you did, though, then you'd be singing it for a reason.
You'd be trying to stay alive if you're singing that in the pub.
What's your favourite song from Les Mis?
There's a few. So it got Castle on a Cloud.
That's a really good song, actually. Damien said empty chairs at empty tables. I can sing that to a T. Also Stars. Yeah, Stars is pretty good. In fact, I like those two. I like those two as well.
Yeah, I'd go with Empty Chairs and Empty Tables as well. Really good.
Yeah. Empty Chairs at Empty Tables was really good. Have you ever watched the 10th anniversary concert, by the way?
No, I've only watched the 25th.
The 10th anniversary is actually all available on YouTube. It is really good. Honestly, it puts the 25th anniversary and the movie to shame.
To be fair, there's a chance I'll be meeting the lighting designer and the associate lighting designer of the 25th anniversary.
Hey, nice.
Because the lighting designer is Patrick Woodruff, I think.
Yeah.
That's his last name. I know it's Patrick. And the associate lighting designer was Polly Constable.
Ah, okay.
Polly Constable is the lighting designer for Warhorse and Incidents of the Dog in the Nighttime.
Hey, nice.
Never interested in that. There's a few others that I can't remember off the top of my head.
I believe this is Mossley, which I need to get off at. Yeah, this is Mossley. But yeah, when it comes to the songs in Les Mis, I like quite a lot of them, actually, to be fair. The Empty Chairs and Empty Tables I really like. And I like Stars as well. Stars are pretty good. I know a lot of people don't like Stars, though, which is a bit weird, but it's fine. I mean, everyone has their preferences.
Drink with me.
Huh?
Drink with me.
Drink with Me is great. I love that one. We need to sing as soon as COVID is over, we all need to sing Drink With Me together, okay? All of us. Right, we get a group together and we all sing Drink With Me. No reason in particular, we just sing, okay? Yeah, it is a 360p version, but to be fair, it doesn't really look that bad in 360p. To be fair, it was made in like 1995, I think. So there's a reason why it's 360p, I would imagine, but I'm going into the shelter, it's raining. But to be fair, it looks alright even in 360p.
Yeah, I just watched the 25th anniversary concert because that's 1080p.
Well, yeah. I want to watch it, but the problem I have with... I've seen clips of it, and... first and foremost, who the hell decided that... what's his face? Nick Jonas would be able to sing as Marius, I have no idea. Whoever decided that needs therapy.
I don't know. Alfie Bow does a good job there.
Alfie Bow does a fantastic job. He's he plays Jean Valjean, doesn't he?
What year did Lucy Jones do Eurovision? But anyway, Eurovision entry Lucy Jones is also in the 25th anniversary.
Is she does Cosette, doesn't she?
No, she's one of the chorus.
Oh, right.
You can see her in the background. It's
yeah.
Like, it's Lucy. The
I know.
Welsh in there. The Welsh.
I never noticed that, if I'm completely honest.
It's sort of brief. You really have to watch out. But she hasn't changed at all in the appearance.
Yeah.
So if you know what it's like now, she stands out like a sore thumb back then. So.
Yeah, I didn't watch Eurovision, so I don't know who she is. To be fair, I don't watch Eurovision.
She's also an actor. So there we
Oh, okay. Damien, a musical I would love to be part of is Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
That was the first musical I watched.
I haven't watched it.
I went to the Adelphi Theatre.
Yeah.
Because there was the concert. Could you call it a concert?
I mean, if it's people just lined up singing, then yes.
No, this is a full-on production.
Acting as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that would be more of just a performance or something. I don't know. I'm not a theatre nut, so I don't know.
I think it's acting as well as singing.
Damien watched it in Thrill, of all places.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with real. There's things wrong with real.
Oh, I'm actually saying something funny about Thrill in my video about Wales, and
My train, bugger off.
It's gonna be funny. Hopefully, I don't know. The first musical I watched, at least that I can remember watching, was Phantom of the Opera, but it was the DVD version, and we watched it in music class. And if I'm completely honest, it's quite lucky that film didn't put me off musicals, to be fair. Because first and foremost, it was at the time when I was having issues in year 7. I mean, we watched it in year 7, and it was at the time when I was having issues in one class in year 7, and I moved halfway through the year, and we were watching that film at the time. And basically, I missed out a big chunk of the film because I moved class. So when I was in the first class, we actually finished watching at a certain point, and then when I moved to another class, it skipped ahead quite a bit, which I found a little bit annoying. And the worst thing was the teacher when I told the teacher saying, "Look, I haven't watched up to this point from when I finished," he said, "Oh, that's your own problem." Thanks. Me being bullied is now my own problem, it seems, isn't it? So that kind of put me off, to be fair, because of that. Not that it had anything to do with the musical itself. I would like to watch it, to be fair, again, but yeah. But the thing is, the second one I watched after that though was Blood Brothers in year 11, and I loved that.
I've not actually watched Blood Brothers.
It is brilliant. We watched it in Manchester, in the Palace Theatre in Manchester, and to be fair, the atmosphere of the Palace Theatre is good enough anyway, but I loved that show. I think I was the only student in my school to give him a standing ovation at the end. From my school. Like, there were people giving him standing ovation at the end anyway, but I was the only one from my school, I think. And when I asked my friends why they didn't, they were like, I just didn't want to. I was like, you fucking idiot! That's not how you do theatre, you mong. I didn't actually say that, by the way, and I apologise for saying that, but... Yeah. Alright. Damien said the movie version was trash anyway. To be fair, is there actually a movie version of any musical that's decent?
I don't think so.
The only one I can maybe think of, and I watched this recently, I mentioned this in my AMA, was Hairspray. The movie of that is actually not bad.
Yeah, movie's good.
Yeah.
From what I can recall off the top of my memory. One thing I was thinking about the other day is now it's gone off the top of my head. Yeah, it's The Greatest Showman, because that is a musical movie. So, what would that be like if you tried to transfer it to stage?
Yeah, Greatest Showman doesn't have a stage, does it? It's not a stage show.
So, it's like, how would you go about design? I was sat there going, how would I design this?
There was another one as well, actually. You know, obviously Mamma Mia itself is a stage show, and they made that into a film. That is actually a good film, actually, as well. That's a
I
good
think
film.
it depends what film you go to.
Huh?
Was there like a remake of Mamma Mia? I don't know.
No, they made a sequel to it. Mamma Mia
Yeah, the
2.
sequel got roasting, didn't it?
I'm not 100% sure, actually. I think a lot of people actually liked the second one. I'm not 100% sure, though. I haven't actually watched the full length of the second one, but I'd like to, because I like Mamma Mia. The first one's really, really good. I've never watched the stage show. My mum has. I'd love to watch the stage show. But I'm wondering, because Mamma Mia 2 is only a movie, how would they adapt that to the stage?
I don't know, because I've not seen the film. Les Mis, yeah.
Les Mis?
I'm always. Do you want to know what the one thing I'm really guilty about?
What?
It's the amount of times I've been to London, and I've not seen Les Mis in a theatre.
I've not seen Les Mis in the theatre either. I'd love to, though. I really want to. In my opinion, the movie doesn't do justice to the thing.
It does have Russell Crowe in it, to be fair.
Yeah, but the thing is, Russell Crowe. I actually watched a video about this. Russell Crowe can actually sing.
Yeah, Russell Crowe. It's a bit like Hugh Jackman. It's like he can.
Yeah,
they
they can
sing.
both sing, but for some reason, their performances in the film absolutely sucked a lemon.
Well, I think one of the things that was helpful with The Greatest Showman, Jackman.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman was there for the entire process of the film.
Yeah.
You know, from concepting the story, writing it all out and things.
Yeah.
Whereas Les Mis was already a thing before the film,
Yeah.
and you don't tend to get as much creative points depending on who the team is and the producers and things.
To be fair, apparently, from what I heard, a lot of the problem was the director. Because the way Cameron Mackintosh wanted to make the film, he was very picky, and then some nobody decided to say, I want to direct this film, and I want to do it this way, and have everyone sing live. Which is not a bad thing, by the way, because Beauty and the Beast has elements or sections where the performers are performing songs live. But they have studio recorded as a backup. Les Mis didn't have any of that. It was all recorded and sung live. Which I think is what a lot of people seem to say is that's what caused a lot of the problem with it for some reason. And what else was I going to say?
Cats was a flop.
Yeah, my mum and my sister watched that over Christmas, and they said it just felt weird. And again, I've seen a lot of videos about it. I saw a video by someone talking about cats, and I was thinking to myself, okay, I've heard a lot of really bad things about this film. Why is it such a bad film? And the one thing that really stuck out like a sore thumb straight away was Cats, the musical itself, is a bit of a weird one. But the one thing about Cats, the stage show, is it doesn't have a storyline, or at least it doesn't have an obvious storyline. It doesn't really have a plot to it. It's not your typical story of someone wants something and gets something. There is an element of that in it, but it's generally speaking, it's not really got a plot to it. It's just cats singing,
Hmm.
effectively. What the movie does is it tries to put a story into something that doesn't have one. And I think that's probably the biggest problem they had with it. And they also had the same director as Les Mis, and that's probably also another reason as well.
That's always going to work. This film flopped, so let's get the director back.
Yeah.
It's all gonna work well.
This film with this director flopped. Let's hire the same director again. Profit.
One of the big things that shows is that no matter how many famous people, A-list celebrities you can cram into a film,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it's gonna do well.
No.
To be fair, if I see a film with so many high-profile celebrities, I actually get quite concerned.
The only time that's in my opinion, like there are probably other exceptions. Is a really good example of where having top A-class A-list celebrities performing is Harry Potter. It has so many famous actors in it, but it worked.
Well, to be fair, Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson weren't quite famous before the film.
Well, no.
Mark Williams was in there. I remember that one.
Yeah, Mark Williams was in there, and obviously you had Robbie Coltrane, you had Alan Rickman, you had A-list celebrities, A-list actors, amazing actors in that film, and it worked great. And I'm probably going to get a lot of stick for this, but I think the biggest reason why that worked was because J.K. Rowling had a massive, basically had a big say about how it would work and how it was made. J.K. Rowling nowadays has pretty much gone down in everybody's estimations, but back then, she did good decisions.
Well, back when she did good decisions, it was fantastic. And I also wish that Train Sim World 2 had a warp or a jump to button. That'd be so handy. Handy.
Isn't it just 0?
No, jump to time. So say if you want to
have
a half an hour wait, and you want to jump 5 minutes before the service, just so you could still play the whole timetable without having to quit and come back in. It's just one of those things. Because otherwise, it's like before, I sat at Brighton for 20 minutes waiting for the service to continue.
Yeah.
I hope that comes up soon. I can't understand why that hasn't.
Oh, bollocks. I'm stuck! No! Oh, no!
Are you stuck in the train again?
No, I'm stuck between two people. And they're in the ideal placement that I'm not able to move anywhere.
Oh. I thought you
no.
train again and become one with the train.
I really hope this doesn't prevent me from getting on my train. Look at it. I can't move. Look, I'll do keyboard noises just to show you. I can't move anywhere. I can't move. I can't even crouch. I can't press C either. Wow.
They'll probably move when the train.
I hope so. Otherwise I'm stuck. Oh no. Yeah, let me just go through the chat because we've had a few things I've missed out. Damien, I performed a 30-minute Barnum musical. I was Barnum, singing the museum song was hard as frick. Fair enough. I've never actually seen a Barnum musical, or I've never seen that one anyway. And Damien has said, don't mention that woman. She no longer is associated to Harry Potter in my mind. Yeah, well, Damien absolutely despises her now.
One of the things is that didn't she sell the IP for Harry Potter to Warner Brothers Studio or something?
She still owns the intellectual property of Harry Potter because it's hers.
But she sold.
She didn't sell anything, I don't think.
Can't remember. I remember.
Please move.
About that.
No! That's my train. Move. No.
Someone's walking to the next station.
No. I can't move. No. I have to restart now.
Another
What
10
time?
hours, folks.
Bugger.
Have to redo every station again.
I'm not doing that. I'm supposed to, but I'm not redoing a 10-hour stream. I've already done, well, especially when I've already done 2 hours of it. What train is that one? That one's the 9:45. So
No, wrong button.
why isn't there a way for me to?
And once it hits
No, I can't move. I can't move.
F.
Yeah, that train's gone. There we go. Yeah, we failed.
Goodbye, train.
Hang on, is there a developer mode on this? Or can I actually activate the? No, I can't. Yeah, they actually disable the developer mode in this game when
I'm
they
not
release
surprised.
it.
Otherwise, you'll have people hacking the game
True.
and spawning trains out of nowhere.
Right, we've done Staley Bridge and we're at Mossley, so we need to be back in Mossley. We need to be. Damn it. Right, I need to put it back into raining. That's the problem, it resets everything now. I've had to reset the game.
Imagine if it did randomized timetabling.
Oh, that would be disastrous. I'm at least glad they've got a timetable.
To be fair, Sam mentioned that people, anybody who's unfamiliar with the train sim world might not want dynamic weather. It's like, okay, that's quite understandable. But surely you can just put it on a probability slider.
Yeah. I mean, you can have it as a setting that you can either activate or deactivate, and then people can have the choice. Oh wait, we're at the wrong train. We're at the wrong station. Whoops. I need Greenfield.
Because Truck Sim has a rain probability slider.
Yeah, and you can turn it off as well.
Yeah. So when the rain used to be absolutely terrible, turn it off. However, now the rain actually looks quite decent.
True.
I set it to like 10%.
This is the only problem, because if you close out of it, you have to basically do everything. Like, you have to go and sort out the time and everything, and it's the only issue I have, because
that's the biggest issue I have.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Sometimes I don't mind the bit without the warp. Because if I'm wanting to do a long day at it, I can, and there's half an hour till my next service, I can go and get something to eat or drink.
Yeah.
But the fact that it resets to system time, or never remembers what you've just come out of,
where's
is
the train?
really annoying for me.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure where the train is. Is it gone?
The wiper audio goes through me sometimes. The worst wiper audio I've ever heard was the Javelin in Train Sim Classic.
Yeah.
Because it had the squeak there, and it drove me up the wall. It's like, I think what was Matt saying about it is that they were spraying water onto the window as they were recording it.
Yeah.
Both ends of the unit they were given had that noise. So they had to have that wiper audio or no audio for that wiper at all.
Yeah.
It's like, I would rather have no audio. Thinking about it now.
Have I spawned onto an empty map that hasn't got any trains? Because they're not showing up on the map either for some reason.
Well, to be fair, North TransPennine does not have a lot of trains.
No.
Go to one of the yards. Go on a map to like one of the yards or something. If it has trains in there.
I just can't see any trains. Where are they? Oh no, they're in. They're there. They have loaded in. It's just that for some reason my train's not here. Despite the fact that I loaded in at a time when it should have just been in the station or just about to arrive.
It's probably just outside.
No, it's not showing up on the map though, that's the thing.
What is it? Is it meant to be a 101 or something?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the 313 come onto this route. Even if I don't play the 313 much, it would just be something different to look at. I hope the 313 comes up with the same time as the passenger information display update. That's one of my hopes.
Yeah.
I think that's what may end up happening.
Yeah.
Though
yeah.
I did actually go onto the Steam achievements before. And there are the achievements for the 465.
Yes, I did see that as well, so they probably updated it already. I have to reset.
So, the 465 is on Steam. Because the achievements are there.
The thing is, not only does this reset to system time as well, but it also resets to Huddersfield instead of remembering where you were before.
That's so annoying. It's like you want to spawn in on foot. Where does it spawn you on the route for East Coast Way? Lose. It's like do not want to spawn there, thank you.
It is 9:45 that I need, isn't it? Maybe I accidentally did 10:45 instead. This is why you need a timetable switcher thingy, so you can act a time jumper, so you can. There it is. Okay. Don't care. I'm just coming on the train wherever I can. There we go. Close the door. I'm on the train. I don't get stuck this time. Okay, we're back on.
One thing that's quite interesting about just I think it's is it Musav Aviation? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. One thing that's quite interesting, they Dovetail have the developer streams. I'm not sure if you've watched them, but they were talking about the audio for Bakerloo line.
Yeah.
And they're saying that they couldn't actually get the audio from it.
Yeah, I remember them mentioning that. Yeah.
So the audio for like all the motors and the wipers sort of come from their library, and they're just guessing what sort of fits it. And I got to say, the last train sim that Aviation played was World of Subways 3, probably one of the best underground games of all time. It's pretty much the only one. I like how they were going at one point when they would release the Train Sim World for the first time. It's like, this is an open world train simulator. It's like, yeah, TML Studios has already done that, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And to be fair, World of Subways 3 is a definite game to go to. Doesn't hold as much up to Train Sim World now, but if I ever get bored, the Circle line is definitely something you should get it too.
I think I've got it already. I don't remember. I don't know.
I've got the disc somewhere.
I've got the disc somewhere as well.
Though I think it is also available on Steam.
I think I've seen it on Steam, yeah. I mean, what underground routes does it have? Does it have all of them?
No, just the Circle line.
Yeah, I thought so. I couldn't remember which one it had.
The Circle line with C stock.
Yeah.
And for attention to detail, this is what I'm quite impressed by with World of Subways 3. It has the C train with the Hammond, Smith and City livery.
Yeah.
Because of course, before the S stock came in,
yeah,
all the stocks had their own tube lines. So the Circle line has all the yellow handles.
Yeah.
The Hammond, Smith and City, which shares the same stock as the Circle line, has pink handles. And it has the D train as well for the District line.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen the D train actually.
And I thought that was really good attention to detail. That okay, it's not drivable, but the District line train is in there. I found that quite impressive.
Yeah. I need to check my emails because I'm waiting for an email from the payroll at my job. My emails do not show up on stream, thankfully. Good.
Start showing off all your emails. Get that email from the Prince of Nigeria saying that you've won the lottery or something. I don't know. What I tend to get.
Yeah.
Oh, and where, just thinking about it now, because I've just remembered, where World of Subways 3 beats Train Sim World is that it has announcements.
Yeah, that's one thing about Train
That-
Sim World. It doesn't have announcements, but again, licensing and okay, I'm assuming TML studios have probably either recorded themselves in house or something or whatever.
They got the actual announcements.
Oh, okay.
I believe they got the actual announcements. I can't quite remember.
Yeah. So I think it's a case of money, probably.
But I can't imagine TML Studios having much. I don't think they're bigger than Dovetail. I'm not sure.
TML are quite big because they do a lot of different games, though. To be fair.
They're a German game studio. Yeah. Um. Yeah, It's. I can probably guess a reason why they couldn't get the announcements, and TML could. And I think that difference is who is in charge of it.
Yeah.
That's the only bit I can point to.
Yeah.
Because you could have someone going, like the head of marketing going, yeah, sure, £500 and you can have the license for the announcements. And then that person goes, and then you get someone who goes, we're not an entertainment area, and no, you can't have a license. So that's why I can sort of imagine it. With tips.
Yeah. Oh, it's gone dark again because I forgot to turn the lights on. Damn it! Right, we need to go into the cab.
Worst train guard ever.
I keep forgetting I'm not actually the guard, I'm a passenger. I'm not supposed to be turning the lights on, but whoever's the guard needs to turn the lights on every time.
I find it interesting that sometimes the AI train goes around with either the cab lights on or off, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Because in the local hold services, the lights are on fine.
Is it time of day?
It's 10 to 10 at the moment in the game.
So I'm not sure if you can hear the game. I hope you can hear it. I believe it's somewhat okay. I might just give it a bit of a boost to 50%, 45%. There we go. East Coast Way. So if you start up the game, go past Mastery. If you have a Dovetail Live account, it's sort of in that opening menu where you have the selection of routes.
Yeah.
And East Coast Way is sort of near the bottom of that selection, depending how many routes you have. And I'm not from this area. I've not actually been on any of these units, but I believe the audio for it is actually pretty spot on. And but actually, between Train Sim World and Train Sim World 2, the audio has actually improved.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. And wearing my earphones, if I really focus it, I get the feeling that I am actually part of the unit.
Yeah.
as my emails start spamming at me. In September, I'll be able to tell you everything about what these units are like, if COVID restrictions allow it, because I'll actually be in London.
Yeah.
I might actually do London to Brighton for a laugh.
Yeah, I might do that as well, just to see how Southern Rail is at some point. I'd love, to be fair, I want to travel with them just to see how they actually are like.
I will pay Soviet Womble £500 to meet him in Brighton and go for lunch or something.
Yeah.
Gotta say though, probably the best bit about East Coast Way is that there's still some wait times and things, but there's just so much to do if you like regional services and commuting services. There's a unit coming out soon, which is the 313.
Yeah.
No timeline for that yet, which is something I am looking forward to. And there's a free update coming at some point as well that adds the passenger information screens on the platforms. Now that is something I am really looking forward to, because for me, that is the bit that's missing on the route.
Yeah.
Okay, a few more services would be nice. I am doing a terrible job at this. I thought I put myself into break. It was in off. Right, let's have a look at this. Perfect stopping. Nothing wrong there at all. Right, we're turning around. The fact that the passenger information displays on the train were selectable as well was the big advancement in this route, as the AI sort of freaks out in the corner.
Yeah.
NPCs are freaking out, Emir. Instasim.
In East Coast Way?
Yeah.
Is that the NPC, the other passengers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all sort of freaking out by shaking a lot and walking into each other.
Yeah, that I see that happening a lot.
Is there a difference between Train Sim World and Train Sim 2021? A massive difference. Train Simulator 2021 is referred to as Train Sim Classic.
Right, have I got anything? I haven't had anything since Damien said about no clip, so that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So Train Simulator 2021 is Train Sim Classic, where you are pretty much the train. You can't get out and walk around and things like you can here. I've still got to report that banner repeater.
Yeah. Which banner?
There's a banner repeater on platform 7, which is showing off, but the signal at the end of the platform is red.
Oh right, that's weird.
So I've got I'll take a screenshot of it, just so I can actually remember to do it. And also, depending on your computer's performance, Train Simulator 2021 is not good. It's either nice and smooth or PowerPoint.
Yeah.
But I haven't got the lights on. So if I was told to pick one train simulator now, Train Sim World 2 is a definite answer with no second thoughts. Especially once these passenger information displays here get their update and start working. Seaford on the. The rail joints in this game sound really good for.
They actually match up with the joints. It's great.
Which engine does that? Is that Unreal or is that Simulgraph?
I really don't know.
Because I know one thing does
Which
it,
station is
and I
this?
can't remember which one does it.
If I was to give a guess, it would be Simulgraph, because Unreal Engine is, Unreal Engine is able to do a lot of things. Well, that passenger's being weird. That's Ashton under Lime. I don't want to get off there.
So the train in Platform 4 is the 12 car service to London Victoria. It's sadly not a playable one yet.
No, yeah.
Yet.
I hope they can actually do extend East Coast with it. That would be cool.
Yeah, I can actually tell you that I've got 2,000 hours playing Train Simulator 2021 because it's so it started as Railworks back 11 years ago. It's 11 years this year, thinking of it. Jesus Christ. And since Train Sim Worlds has come out, I've slowly moved off it, and I've been more on this. So if I press this, how many hours have I done this week? It doesn't know. So for the past 2 weeks of Train Sim World 2, I've done 13 hours of playing.
Okay.
Current total of 185 hours.
Right.
How many hours have you done in Sim?
In what?
Train Sim World 2.
Let's have a look on Steam. Let me close Outlook first, just in case I accidentally put it on Steam. Nearly 60 hours.
I've got double the time.
Yeah, you probably played more of it than me because I've been so busy with uni work. But once you get to uni and I'm finally out of uni, I'll probably have more hours than you.
Oh, I'll still be playing it. No, don't you worry.
Oh, I'll still be playing it as well. On Train Simulator, though, this is actually my most played game on Steam. It's 631.6 hours. Which makes sense because I stream it very often. Because I still have enjoyability. I still enjoy it, I still enjoy Train Simulator. I prefer Train Sim World, but there's not enough content for me to completely ditch Train Simulator yet.
Oh, there's enough content for me to ditch trains. But then again, I have like currently all the bits of DLC for it.
Yeah, I don't, because I don't have the luxury of money. Well, I do, but I don't. Do you have money? Well, yes, but actually no.
Yes, but it's all in debt at the moment. The differences between Train TS 2021 and Train Sim World 2 is night and day, really. The perk of Train Simulator 2021 is that the routes are much longer.
Yeah.
And there is steam locomotives.
Yes.
Already in the game.
However, with route length, Dovetail are working on that with Train Sim World, and eventually I am confident to say I think we will at some stage see longer routes. Hopefully, and this is what I really want to see, is extensions to current routes, especially East Coast Way, say extend to London, Great Western, extend that, but then I think with Great Western they might have to rebuild the entire route because to electrify the whole thing from London to Reading.
It makes sense for me.
Yeah. I think they'll need to update that one, maybe rebuild the entire thing if they were to extend it.
I would take advantage of the first GWR license and put the is it 378s that they have?
Yeah, the 378s and Class
800.
800s, of course.
So, but yeah.
If they have a Transport for London license as well, obviously on the Underground, they might be able to get Crossrail as well.
Possibly. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Aviation. I most certainly hope that you are having a good day. Is it still snowy outside? I don't know. I can't see.
There's snow, but it's not snowing.
It felt something told me it snowed slightly overnight as well.
Yes, it did, because last night before I went to bed, the car park at my accommodation didn't have that much snow, and this morning there was a sheet of snow on it.
I thought so, because there were tyre tracks on my road yesterday, and I looked out this morning and they weren't there anymore.
Yeah, I think it snowed overnight.
It snowed. But yeah, trains, the difference is night and day. There's pros and cons. They are, however, now working on Steam. It is official for Train Sim Mod 2.
Yes.
Which is something I am looking forward to.
So pretty much everything that kind of sets TS Classic apart from TSW are now coming into TSW. Longer routes, which they are working on, and the longest route so far is LGV, although it does take half an hour because the line speed is ridiculous.
Well, wasn't it Unreal? They were talking to Epic Games. They said, so what do you want to do with the engine? It's like, well, we want to do, these long train routes. And it's like, oh, you're going to scale it down. It's like, no, we're doing 1-to-1.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and Unreal were like, excuse me, what?
You what? They've already broken the engine once, which is quite funny.
Well, yeah, I mean, dovetail breaking things is not uncommon.
That was the Munich route, and on consoles the game would just crash.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's so many trains. To be fair, the Munich route runs so... Once you get out of Munich, the game runs so well. But once you're in Munich, there's just so much going on. My computer's crying.
Yeah. Right, what station is this?
I'd love to see an Australian route.
I would too.
We're slowly getting there. That's the thing with this.
This is Park.
It's slowly getting there because we've now got France.
Yeah.
Is it Switzerland or Austria?
I'm not sure.
Rivet.
Oh yeah, it's Austria.
We're getting a few new American routes. And I would love to see an Australian route. But I would also love to see routes in Wales and Scotland.
Yeah, I want to see a Welsh route developed for TSW much sooner than they developed one for Train Sim Classic. I mean, I know you had the Memories of Meredy, which was released very early on, but to me, I don't really class that as well, it's a Welsh route, yes, but I personally don't count that one because it's so short and it's practically only freight.
Well, it is pretty much only freight.
Yeah, like there was no Welsh passenger route until they made South Wales coastal, and even that only went to Cardiff. Cardiff get everything. Yeah. So not only do I want to see a Welsh route, I want them to see something a bit more northern than the capital.
Well, Australia is interesting because I think it's a bit like America. The railways are pretty freight heavy.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting to see.
The thing is, I am not a Ligurian Air, thank you very much for the follow, very much appreciated. Welcome to the channel, hope you're having a wonderful day.
Hi, thank you Ligurian Air for following me as well. I've just noticed that I actually just looked at my activity feed, which I'm terrible at.
Ligurian Air, thank you for following both me and Matthew today, as we both stream on the same day, but practically playing exactly the same game. No, we are playing the same game. We're both playing Train Sim World 2. We're just doing something different.
You're in the 1980s, and I'm in the current.
Yeah. When we arrive, it'll be 1938, but it arrived a bit late. We arrived in the late 70s. 'Cause 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 I remember seeing that. Like, it was a Milton Jones joke. I don't know if you know who Milton Jones is. He's a
I
comedian.
know who Milton
Yeah,
Jones is.
he made a thing. It was like, when you're at the train station, they're like, when we arrive, it'll be 1938, and then he was like, oh, time travel. But we arrived a bit late. We actually arrived sometime in the late 70s. That was funny. I would like to see him live, but I don't know if he actually does comedy gigs anymore.
I think he does the odd one now and then.
Yeah. But I'm going under the canopy. It's raining. Right, we're at Miles Platting now. What was the problem with Miles Platting that kept requiring updates, by the way?
I don't know. I've never had a problem with Miles Platting.
Neither have I.
Apart from it's really steep.
Is it steep? How steep is it?
It's pretty steep.
Let's see if we can see.
I don't know why I pressed the AWS. It's a green
think we
light.
can see it. Where do platforms 3 and 4 go to from Miles Platting then?
I don't know.
They go to the yard, but they might obviously carry on. I wonder if they could extend that at some point. That'd be cool.
They carry on past there.
Yeah. The follow notification woke Damien up. Haha.
Yeah, get to just see that. From Melbourne. What time is it in Melbourne? Jesus Christ.
Melbourne, it's probably like... I think they're about 10 hours in front of us, so it'll be midnight, I think.
Oh,
I can just go through pipes. I think. No, I'm actually on top of the pipes. Yay! They've actually added collision to the pipes. Excellent.
And we've had quite a big upgrade to all the lines, removing all ground signals and building a sky rail.
Nice.
In the UK, ground signals are like the must.
Ground signals are the ones you see in yards usually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or some pleb decided that Lancaster was a good station to have them as well. Because that has ground signals to actually signal the trains, isn't it? They're just mounted on the top or something, aren't they?
And you get the standard ground signal as well. So you have the ground signals, which even come as the home starters and stuff, you know, the coloured signals.
Yeah.
The signals on sticks. Then you get your gantry signals in here.
Yeah. And then Anglesey...
Tuesday, 1 in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, it's 1 in the morning. Okay. Anglesey has all their signals are... Well, most of them anyway, are semaphore signals. With the exception of a few outside Valley. And at Llanfair PG as well.
Yeah, you're still backdated 1600 years, aren't you?
Pretty much.
So yeah.
Because there's only 2 areas, pretty much, on Anglesey that have any signals at all.
You barely get phone signal there, never mind railway signals.
Well, yeah. Cross the Britannia Bridge and all signal to the outside world pretty much cuts off completely. You lose all communication with the outside world as soon as you cross the bridge. It's hilarious. Damien, why break something that's not broken? Because, especially in railway speak, things which are old are more susceptible to breaking, and if the older they are, the less likely they are to be fixed. So one thing could go wrong on Anglesey, and the whole system goes flop.
To be fair, if it's lasted this long...
True. I think it'll be okay for another few years, but they will need to upgrade it at some point. It's not necessarily the semaphore signalling that's wrong, that's the problem though. I think the biggest problem about Anglesey is the lack of signals. Because there's a lack of signals, it's creating an artificial bottleneck.
So yeah, hello, we're in Wales. It's currently 2 in the afternoon on a Monday. Speaking to the future. I was speaking to a friend in Australia once. It's like speaking to the future. It's like, how is it going? How is tomorrow going? Can you give us any advice?
Uh,
Australia and New Zealand is somewhere I'd like to tour to though on a theatre trip.
Yeah.
Something. It's on my bucket list. I have to go there.
Old technology works better than new technology, says Damien.
Yes.
In most cases, it does, yeah.
In railway terms, the answer can usually end up being yes. Some of the track on the Cambrian coast is still like track from the
I swear, I almost shat myself once on the Cambrian coast.
Why?
We went over a bridge, and I'm pretty certain, I'm not 100% confident that the track is laid down properly.
Oh, the track's laid down properly. It's just old.
Yeah, like, the thing is, I'm pretty sure we went over a bridge, and I felt the train going lower. I don't know if it was me or if it was just something, but it made an almighty thud, and the track went lower. I swear. But it didn't derail the train, and everything was fine on the way there and the way back to Aberystwyth. To and from Aberystwyth, everything was fine. Maybe I was just imagining things, I don't know, because I didn't feel it on the way back. But there was something, and it was something big. I don't know what it was, though. I really haven't got a clue what it was. But I do like the Cambrian. The Cambrian's nice. The one thing I like about the Cambrian, though, is... And I know this is a controversial opinion. They use the Ertums signaling system, and I like studying it. And I'll be studying it next semester for an assignment. So... I like Ertums, the way that it works. Like, I find it a bit naff that obviously only certain trains can go on it. Because obviously that means you don't get steam trains on it unless you get Ertums on steam trains.
Well, they are investing a lot of money into it. And if you don't know what Ertums is one of the many European forms of in-cab signalling.
It's probably the most sophisticated because...
It controls the train for you.
Yeah, it controls a train for you, and everything is inside the cab. For example, you have TVM, which is used on HS1. All that really tells you is the speed of the line and whether or not you need to stop. Ertums, it tells you the speed of the line, tells you the distance to the next train, the distance to the next signal, what the aspect of that signal is, the speed of the line. It also controls your speed, so if you're going too fast on approach to a red signal, it will actually slow you down. It monitors movement authorities. Ertums is sophisticated, basically. Very sophisticated, and I like looking into it. The only thing I don't like about it is that obviously it prevents certain trains going on it, so you can only get the 158 at the moment on the Cambrian. Eventually it'll be 197s because... Oh yeah, the 97s as well, because they have Ertums, but they kind of have to because it's Network Rail stuff, isn't it? Otherwise you would never get maintenance. You'd never be able to maintain it otherwise. You've also got 197s will have Ertums on them as well, which is I'm looking forward to seeing. But only a few of them will have it, so if a train breaks down, then it's stuffed. If there's a train in for maintenance and you don't have enough of them, then you're stuffed.
To be fair, one thing that you can still do on Ertums lines is take a possession out and drive a steam engine up it, if you're really desperate for it.
True, but do you think they'd be willing to close the Cambrian coast just so that someone could take a steam train down it? No.
Hell no. No, not a chance. Yeah, I do miss the old signalling system, which, to be fair, wasn't much better.
The thing is, the problem...
That signalling system is still in use, though.
Yeah, it's still in use on the Fort William to Malé group.
Yes. The West Highland.
West Highland, that's on, yeah. But the reason why is because... The reason why the West Highland still uses it is because they have regular steam trains on there.
Yeah, it's the big money-making thing of the area.
Yeah.
Because it's the Glenfinnan Viaduct that everyone wants to come and see.
Yeah. If they didn't have steam trains running on that, I think they would have upgraded it to Ertums a long time ago.
Yeah. It'd have been one of the Squeaky duck.
Yeah. Yeah, if the steam train wasn't running on that line, they would have upgraded to Ertums a very long time ago. Now, it currently uses RETBA, or Radio Electronic Block.
It's Reteb.
Sorry, I call it
Reteb.
RETBA. I call it
I call it-
RETBA.
I call it Reteb.
Yeah, maybe it's because of my Welshness. But Radio Electronic Token Block, that's what RETBA is. And basically, that's what used to be on the Cambrian coast. The biggest problem with RETBA, you have to stop to exchange the token.
Yeah.
You have to stop to then allow yourself to move forward. Ertums doesn't require it, so Ertums makes it more efficient, basically.
I like pressing the release button though on the box.
Yeah.
And the receive button, and it makes the fax machine noises.
Yeah, and another problem with RETBA as well is because you have to stop and start, they usually just have the RETBA boards at stations or at passing loops. And therefore, basically you're stuck until you've got the token, and you can only have one train on that section in one direction.
Yeah.
Under Ertums, I don't actually know if they do this on the Cambrian. I think they do it occasionally, but not very often. With Ertums, you can practically have two trains going in the same direction on a single track line. Basically. But because everything is done automatically inside the cab, if the train is in a section and there's a section between your train and the train in front of you, you can go. And Ertums will keep you updated onto whether or not that next section then ahead of you is free or not.
I'm looking forward to seeing Steam come back though. Network Railers have invested millions for it.
Yeah. They need to get something working, and I have a feeling it's going to be Tornado first, isn't it?
Tornado will be the first one.
Yeah.
I think they even said that Tornado will be the first.
Can you
Because
actually,
I
can you
don't
actually
think they
get
actually-
Tornado on the Cambrian?
No,
Or is it too big?
far too big.
Yeah, I thought so.
But Tornado's getting it because of the signalling upgrades at King's Cross.
Yeah.
But they have said a Black 5, which is a standard class 5 from the 1930s, is going to be getting Reteb to do the Cambrian. Not Reteb, Ertums to do the Cambrian.
Which Black 5 do you think will be getting that?
Sherwood Forest.
Yeah, I thought so too. The dyslexic one.
Yeah. Dyslexic Black 5, 4, 5, 2, 3, 1.
Yeah. That's brilliant. When you told me that was hilarious. I found that hilarious.
I can say that because thanks to the British Dyslexia Association's checklist, I come up as mildly dyslexic.
Fair enough. Technically, I'm not allowed to say it because I am not dyslexic at all.
Thank you very much.
But to be fair, I think that... Okay, he's not necessarily making fun of people, but, you know, it's always nice to have a laugh sometimes. About anything. I mean, you can make fun of my blindness all you want. I can't really see what you're saying anyway, so it's fine.
I can't see, it's fine. Thank you, Mr. Aviation. I hope you have a good night's sleep.
Dame.
Xbox gave me a notification saying it's not opposite day. Which means it is opposite day.
But is it? Damien said, I was just about to talk in my mic to reply to you then. I'm so tired, I mistaken typing for talking. You can join us if you want, Damien, I don't mind. Or if you're too tired, then, you know, it's fine.
Drink lots of tea.
Make sure it's Yorkshire tea. Hey, Damien said, why not? Let's go into another group chat, shall we? When's my train supposed to arrive so I don't miss it, just in case? Hold on. Let me just check first when the next train's supposed to arrive. 10:30, so I've got plenty of time. But we do have a train passing, so I'm going to make sure Hey, look, there it is. We've got a train passing and it's right there. There we go. Just watch this
I
train
want to press
go.
that button.
Right, where is Damien? We have a group chat with Damien. There we go. Yeah, Damien, if you just come onto Discord, we'll just kind of open up the thing. We'll open up the voice chat we've already got with everybody in it. I know Charity's not joining us today, I don't think, so...
Unless Charlie magically decides to go, you know what, I'll join.
I mean, she might see that we're just on and be like, oh, I didn't realise this, and she might just join us for no reason. That'd be great, actually, that'd be funny. We'll just have our entire crew join us. Except Aran. Aran's not here with us today, unfortunately. We need Aran, we need the entire InstaShiz crew. Currently, I've made InstaShiz videos with 4 people, and that is yourself, Matthew, Charlie, you and Charlie, who I did the online dating one with, which was absolutely weird. But I think that was probably my favourite InstaShiz video to make to date. No pun intended. And then I made a video with Damien and Aran. You don't actually know who Aran is, Matthew.
Nope.
But I made a video with Damien and Aran. And
it was the Cards Against Humanity's one, wasn't it?
That was the Cards Against Humanity's one, yeah. Do you know a funny thing, right? The way that Damien and Aran became friends was completely accidental. Because I did something really, really stupid a long time ago.
Does that surprise me?
No. I don't think it does. So basically, I was trying to share something. I think it was like a photo or something. And I was trying to share it to both Damien and Aaron. I found it really funny. I was like, you know what? Damien and Aaron would like this. So I thought, I'll send it to Damien and Aaron. But I decided on Facebook to send it to both of them at the same time instead of sending it to one and then the other. Now, Facebook at the time had a feature where you basically had to search for people to send it to. So I searched Damien and Aaron. I was thinking it's going to open 2 things up and it's going to send it to both of them individually. But no, it decided instead to make a group chat. And basically what happened was we had the group chat made and I was like, bugger. I wasn't supposed to make it this was an accident. And Damien and Aaron have been friends ever since. That was funny. I quite enjoyed. That was hilarious, actually. To be fair, as you do, yeah. Basically, that is how Damien and Aaron became friends. It was by pure coincidence, and it was because of me doing a stupid mistake. Otherwise, Damien and I would have been completely oblivious of each other's existence, probably. And yeah, I can't remember how long ago was this. Was this when you went to college? Was this before you went to college and we were still dead, or was this after? I can't remember. I think it was before. I think it was after you went to college, I think. I don't remember. Perhaps college. Yeah, I think it was as well, to be fair. Because I don't remember us talking about it in school the next day, and that would have been something we would have probably talked about, to be fair. We talked about the weirdest things all the time. Damien, are you online on here? On Discord, by the way. I can invite you to the call. Ah, he's online now. Let's get him on. Oh, Charlie's joining as well. Oops. Hi-oh.
Oh, that delay. I'm going to turn off Twitch. No, Twitch.
Oh, right.
And I can hear you. Why is it not going to me?
Hey, Matt. I think we've accidentally woken up Charlie as well. So she's just come on.
Yay.
Hey.
Is she joining us?
Yeah,
I don't
you'll be
know.
able to hear yourself for like 5 seconds just while I change the input and outputs quickly.
Nah, it's fine. Nah, Charlie's not joining us. Maybe
What?
she'll join us later. We accidentally woke her up, I think. Whoops.
Just ignore it.
I'll just apologise in my proper British way.
Get on the call. That's what he's typing now.
Also, I'm just going to make a nice cup of tea because you said cup of tea earlier. Now I want a cup of tea, so I'm making a cup of tea.
Hey, nice. I'll be making a cup of tea in about 40 minutes time. Hey, there was a funny video that someone sent me on Facebook earlier. I'm gonna show it to everybody whilst they're waiting for the train to arrive. Wait. I need to make sure that this actually comes up in the microphone as well, so I'm gonna put the volume all the way up.
To everyone on my stream, you're probably listening to this now, probably out of context.
Wait, what the hell is that? Oh, that's a freight train. There's a freight train.
It's a good thing I went and bought yesterday. I went and bought like a 12-foot cable to plug into my mix desk to my headphones.
Hey,
I'm across
nice.
the room. I'm walking across the room and I can still hear you talk.
Hey.
Hey.
Right.
My phone just went. It's like, is that dovetail? No.
Wait, hold on. There you go.
You're
Hey. It is funny. I sent it to you both separately, by the way, in the group chats. In the various group chats that I'm in.
Hey, there's 3 trains now. Can a 313 connect to a 377? I don't know.
Perhaps.
InstaSim, do you know?
Do I know what?
Does a 313 connect to a 377? I haven't seen any.
No,
Attacks.
because they're different couplings. 313s use the knuckle coupler, and
crap, yeah, they
the
do.
377s use Delner.
Forgot about that.
So they
thought
would not.
The 313s were fitted with Delner as well. Can't remember.
Nah, 313s aren't.
To be fair, I've not seen a 313 in real life. So
I've
I
only
don't really-
seen videos of them, and they've got the knuckle couplings. I think. No, wait. I've been on a 314. I think. I've been on one of the peps, definitely.
Adapters?
I don't know which pep I've been on, but I've been on a pep. I know that.
Coupling adapters, yeah.
Because it works.
Well, yeah, you can actually get coupling adapters because they use it for the 37s. They change from the what's that one called? Chain? Is it chain coupler?
A link. I don't know.
Link coupler. That's the one. It's either link or chain or something like that. But it's the one that uses a chain, and you can actually adapt that to Delner. And class 37s use that to rescue locomotives or to rescue units that use Delner. So yeah.
So what I'm hearing is it is potentially possible.
We can scientifically experiment by ramming the 2 trains into each other and see what happens.
At high speed, yeah.
Yes.
Not going to put us on any watch list or anything.
No.
We could just call it a social experiment. Leave it at that. I can't wait for those videos to come out. Insta-shares social experiments.
Social experiments? What do you mean?
Where you had idiots going around doing random bits of crap on YouTube.
Oh, those kinds of things. I mean, I did one time think of going to a friend's store and flex taping his door shut.
Is this the one you were tweeting to a few months back?
Which friend would this have been?
I don't know, the one that was you were just bombarding with flex tape stuff.
Oh yeah, it might have been called Ellis Davis.
I think so.
Yeah, him. Yeah, that's him. But it's not his store; it's his brother's store. But I was actually thinking of just saying, I'd go to Bangor and flex tape his door shut for no reason.
As you do.
Oh right, Charlie's in
Yeah,
lectures.
we-
Whoops.
we rang at the perfect time.
Perfect. Oh, sorry.
A sniper. That's how baby trains are made. Yes.
I accidentally filled my cup of tea all the way to the rim, so I'm really slowly moving it.
I just said apologies for distracting. I didn't realise that she was in a lecture. I feel like such a bad person now.
You're such a bad person for thinking about inviting friends over.
I'm such a bad person for being inclusive. I thought diversity was a good thing.
Well, Charlie, yeah, seeing this on the VODs later on.
Oh,
He's sorry.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'll clean your house for you to apologize.
Oh, I'm clipping that just so everyone knows you said that.
Damien, if you clip that, I will come to your house personally and I will murder you and make it look like an accident.
So you're not going to come to my house and clean the house for me? Even if you do that, I'll come over and clean your house.
Twitch, don't ban me. That's a joke, okay? The whole sole purpose of that was to make Damien laugh, and I succeeded.
Both parties of that joke are happy about it.
Yeah, both parties are very accepting. We have it in a written contract that we can take the piss out of each other wherever and whenever we want to. Don't ban us on Twitch.
Into Sim, you're a bambling baboon.
I know.
I thought you were going to go, how dare you? You missed that joke, damn it.
I know, but it's fine. Idiotic buffoonery will not be tolerated.
Computer programmers don't really know jokes.
No.
Hey, I'm a computer programmer. I do jokes.
To be fair, someone in our theatre who does computer programming just put the right keys in on an Arduino to plug into the desk, the right key commands, so it would do random stuff. Start bringing up random channels.
Okay then.
And recording things. You plug it into the back of the desk, or someone who you don't like, walk away, and watch them have a mental breakdown as it all unfolds.
Well, it seems like something I'd do, to be fair.
If statement equals joke, return false.
If statement exclamation mark equals joke, then return null.
Return null. Is there any point you return true? Nope.
No.
Just nope.
No. Like, nothing happens, basically, if it doesn't equal a joke.
If joke equals true, joke equals false. No, wait, not equals, joke equals false.
No, yeah, you're basically saying there that every time you make a joke, it's not a joke.
Yeah, if joke equals true, joke equals false.
Is that you're joking there? Who said that it was?
Well, yeah, it's not a joke in there because it's not a joke.
Is the joke? Is there a joke? Yes, but actually no.
I've got to remember that one now, just to annoy people.
I know a good joke. It's known as my ex. So there we go.
Oh.
No, I actually found that funny.
Sim knows.
I understand this 100%.
Here's hoping that any of Matt's exes won't be on stream.
I think he's only got the one.
Or one of them.
Or one of them.
Who I am expecting a phone call from probably at some point in the next week.
Oh God, why?
Because she always does.
Oh.
I was going to say, is it going to be like pulling in a favour or something?
No. It's like, I'm really sorry. It's like, I've changed. It's like, you said that for the last half a year. And you still
I've
haven't.
changed. Has changes relationship status. Day later makes another relationship status.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
One
And
day
then the
she's in a
comments
relationship
fill
with
up with
someone,
all
and the
that.
next day she's in a relationship with someone else.
Yeah.
American Sniper says on Matt's stream, better be getting paid for those 10 mins. Okay.
No. To be fair, the longest wait time I've done is 1 hour. And that's waiting real time 1 hour. So,
yeah, what have you done in the meantime?
I watched Hell's Kitchen.
Fair enough, that's a good thing to watch.
Yeah. To be fair, one of the things, the worst thing I've done is babysitting shows in theatres. It's
What?
like, good. Okay, I get paid for that. But it's like 3 hours of waiting around for him to finish. So I can power down and lock up.
I'll tell you something about waiting. I had to wait for 5 hours for my director to pick me up from Killinner Junction Station. And after those 5 hours were done, she still wasn't there. She told me to walk to her house. So I walked about 4.5 miles to her house.
It's a long
And
walk.
then she, and just as I was at down of a road, she said, "Damien, wait there. I'm coming to get you." So she taken me back to her house. I was there for 5 minutes, and then she'd taken me back to the train station for me to go back home.
Oof.
Well, press F to pay respect.
I can tell you something about waiting.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, damn it!
I
I hate you. Like, it took me like 2 seconds for it in my head for it to click. Wait. Oh, damn it, it's a joke.
Yes! I succeeded.
I hate you.
Don't worry, I hate you too, it's fine.
Yay!
Good.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's the
That was
problem with
great.
Train Sim Mod 2. If you're not driving, you're waiting a lot. Because
Oh,
for
yeah.
some reasons, the developers did not decide to add a jump to button.
Hmm.
Come
Yeah, but
on.
then that isn't realistic, is it? Really?
I mean,
True.
yeah, I mean, in theory, what you'd be looking at, if you're doing a timetable scenario, you'd be going from one side to the other and quitting the game and probably opening another one. But they probably
but that-
didn't realise that people like me and Matthew will be playing the game for a day long and have to wait around forever just to wait for the next train.
Well, you must have patience then.
I think I'm the only person who's actually done all stations challenges in this game. Like,
To be fair-
the way I do it, anyway.
Oh, I
Well,
think
yeah, you're the only person who do it the way you do it, because the way you do it is unique to the way you
Yeah.
been doing it.
I
True.
think
That's
InstaSim.
thinking.
I think InstaSim knows my patience.
Hmm.
Were you there? You were there for the first day of tech, weren't you, for Mold Riots?
I think I was, yes.
Where it was like 3 hours of tech, and all I had done was 2 lighting queues, and the rest was standing outside in the cold.
I think I might, yeah, I might have been there because I was filming one day
Yeah,
and I remember you were there.
it was you and Charlie, and I came over on my 1 tea break for the day.
Wasn't it like pissing it
Ranting.
down with rain as well?
No, thank
No.
God it wasn't.
With,
Otherwise, I would have been really pissed.
Speaking of waiting for lighting cues, with
Christ.
QLab, when we wanted to play the music and have certain lights correspond to a certain music, have to wait throughout the whole entire song just to see if the timing's right. I had to do that like 10 times to make it perfect. Waited about 5 minutes for each song. Lovely.
I
QLab.
I always can't stand waiting sometimes, just to standing around.
Can I just be the first to say in
What?
this stream today that the Bernie Sanders sitting down meme is a fantastic meme. I love it so much.
It's so good.
Hey, Emma, I sent you the picture of me and my friends kind of in the riots thing, and Bernie Sanders, someone carrying Bernie Sanders
I
chair thing.
think I saw that, yeah.
Because I found that picture on its own with someone carrying Bernie Sanders on the chair. So I decided I'm going to mess with this picture even more. So we added my friend who was in a duck costume, just in a corner somewhere, and I added a bit of reflection to it.
Yes!
And the portrait picture of one of the presidents, I've changed
Oh.
that to a picture of me and a friend face swapped.
Yeah.
And another one of my friends just like in front of that picture with his hands out saying like, no one come near this picture.
That one.
Yeah.
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 What about your badly photoshopped head onto the president of the United States?
No, I could do that, but I'm not gonna.
No, I've done that. And
that badly Photoshop. Yeah, that was cringe.
that was
Are you gonna show
brilliant.
it? Are you gonna show it?
I'm trying to find it. Where is it?
Because that is so cringe.
I know, but it's still funny.
It's funny, but it's cringe. I was looking at it, I'm like, oh no.
I'm the president now, bitch.
I gotta try and find
Alright.
some of my. I gotta try and find some of my old Photoshop works with my friends' faces on them.
There
Like
it
there's
is.
these two girls kissing a guy, and I photoshopped my friend's face perfectly onto the guy's body. He hated it so much.
Oh, alright then.
I found it. Hold on.
I'm
Got
gonna-
it here. I'm
so,
trying to
in
show
fact,
it
I'll
on
just-
the stream.
I'm just gonna make a group chat with us three in it on Discord, just so I won't to know Charlie with it.
There we go. That's me on Biden. That's President Institute. And then there's also this gif of you know the gif where someone's putting down a deck chair, but it's Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
Wait, this gif is so cute. It's the one with that smiling cartoon and just kind of nods up and down. I use it for everything. It's
What,
great.
the Gandalf one? Or...
No, it's the little cartoon that just goes like.
Oh, the weird cat thing, is it? Or...
No, it's. I'll send it to you. Hold on.
I know you use that little weird cat one sometimes.
I've just sent a picture to you two of me roughly photoshopping Christopher Eccleston's face onto my friend's body and Billy Piper's face onto my mate's body as well. It's weird. It looks really weird.
I'll try and send it to you. Hold on. This one.
I've created a group on Discord for us three, just for now, for us to send random rubbish.
I can't get out my train.
Oh.
Walking away.
I just realised that
Oh,
Charlie's.
no.
I just realised that Charlie messaged in our group chat and said, "You guys okay? You scared me then with the call. I'm in the uni lecture." Oh.
Mhm.
So Charlie's there on a webcam. Everyone's looking just at the screen, and all of a sudden Charlie jumps 6 miles high because we started the Discord call.
What's this photo?
What, the one I sent?
Yes.
Yeah, look at it carefully.
I can see that someone's face is swapped on there.
Yeah, two faces are swapped. Basically, my mate Stephen is quite small in stature, but I swapped his face with Chris Eccleston, and my friend James, who's playing a dame, I swapped his face with Billy Piper's.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Got it.
So, kind of Doctor Who reference right there.
Ah, okay. Cool. I get the Doctor Who reference, I just didn't realise that was Christopher Eccleston and that was Billy Piper.
Yeah.
But that's because I haven't seen them for fucking ages.
Billy Piper hasn't aged a day, whereas Chris Eccleston looks like he's probably
Ancient.
getting around Bernie Sanders kind of face.
He looks like he's ancient.
Yeah. He's aged so badly.
Ninth
And
Doctor's
his
the
acting
best Doctor.
skills have too.
Billy Piper's
Yeah.
aged like fine wine. Christopher Eccleston has aged like milk.
I can go on forever about how bad Chris Eccleston's acting is, but I'm going to spare everyone on both streams.
To be fair, Christopher Eccleston in Doctor Who, I quite enjoyed it personally. I thought it was alright.
Same, I enjoyed it. but everything since then was downhill. Everything.
Well, I haven't seen anything since Doctor
Well-
Who, so it's fine.
Well, he's making a comeback now, isn't he?
In politics,
pretty much.
isn't it? Like he's
No,
been
no.
talking about politics. I
Well,
know that.
If he wants his comeback, he'll have to scrape it off his mother's teeth. Sorry, that is a Jimmy Carr joke right
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
Don't
that's
think
weird.
Don't think Emmett is happy with that.
No, I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on here. It's like, whoa. Walking forward as you're coming off the chair. and it makes it look really weird.
No, I'm watching your stream and I'm not. Oh, maybe a bit.
It
Is
just
that
be
because you're moving forward or something?
yeah, because I'm pressing W whilst I'm coming off the chair. Like it's supposed to look like this. You just kind of stand up basically. If you're pressing W whilst you're doing it, I've never seen that before because I've never really done it.
I suppose it's almost like you're tripping over and almost hitting the window, isn't it?
Yeah.
Realistic.
Oh dear. Realism. There we go. Train Sim World is realistic. It even simulates you tripping over. You just have to press W as to coming off the chair. What did you say, by the way, to like me not liking it too much?
Matt, should I repeat that or not?
Just do it, please.
How much you want to do it?
Just repeat it so I can actually know what you said, because I didn't actually hear it because I was doing that.
Matt, one of you said, no, one of you, I think it was Matt who said Chris Eccleston's making a comeback.
Yeah.
So I said, if he wants his comeback, he'll need to scrape it off his mother's teeth.
Oh no, I heard that. Yeah. And yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much true. I think. No, I've not seen anything that Christopher Eccleston has done since Doctor Who, so I can't really comment on anything. But I'm just gonna have to take your word for it because he was good in Doctor Who.
World?
No.
Yeah, Thor Dark World. No, he was one of the elves in that. Pretty rubbish. He was doing a RSC Macbeth. And it's kind of like a modern version of Macbeth in a way. And they had a timer behind them, and the time was never consistent because of his, because of Christopher Eccleston could not remember his lines at all, like none of them. He couldn't remember any of his lines. And with Shakespeare, have you heard of Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow?
No.
No.
I have.
It's one of Shakespeare's most iconic monologues. Well, anyway, he fluffed that up really bad.
Oh.
Tomorrow, today, and today creeps on its petty day from day to the last day of syllables.
Ah, right, gotcha. It doesn't even sound right, though.
It doesn't sound right.
No.
And I know that speech, I know that monologue off by heart.
I don't know that monologue,
tomorrow.
and I don't even know that monologue, and the way you said it there just doesn't make sense.
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in its petty pace from day to the last syllable of recorded time.
Ah, right.
That's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Like, I've not, again, I've not seen anything Christopher Eccleston has done since Doctor Who. I liked him in Doctor Who. He did a really good job with Doctor Who, in my opinion. I think he came back for the 50th anniversary as well, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
No, it was David Tennant that came back, sorry. Not
David Tennant, and he was supposed to be back for it. And he was supposed to be the Doctor, the War Doctor, but it ended up being John Hurt.
Yeah, John Hurt
because
came
he
back
just because he didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, I know Christopher Eccleston. I think the thing is, I remember seeing him talk about something to do with Doctor Who, and he said he didn't want to become famous from Doctor Who or something.
Oh, why did he sign himself up for such an ambitious thing then?
What did he say? He said something about Doctor Who, like,
But
I don't remember what he said about it, if I'm completely honest. But he said something about it that he didn't enjoy it or something.
But now, if you want to hear, if you want to see more stuff of his Doctor Who things now, or hear them, Big Finish Productions have now got a now doing an audio thing with him as the Doctor again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But no, like, that's the thing that I saw. I remember him saying something about Doctor Who, and I think he said something along the lines of he either didn't enjoy it or there was something about Doctor Who he didn't like.
The first episodes, you can tell he was really up for it.
Yeah.
But then I think every episode after Mummy, are you my mummy?
Yeah.
He was just not there, and you could tell.
I think he was only there for one season anyway. I think he was there just for a good enough amount of time. David Tennant absolutely wiped the floor.
Oh yeah, he's got to be my favourite Doctor.
Yeah. Out of the modern series, David Tennant was my favourite. I liked Christopher Eccleston. David Tennant was my absolute favourite. I liked Matt Smith quite a bit as well in Doctor Who. After that, for me, it went downhill.
Yeah, I gave Peter Capaldi a chance. His Doctor was decent. It's the writing behind it that was absolutely rubbish. But Jodie Whittaker, now not because she's a female, why I don't like it. It's because of her, because her rubbish acting, and the director / writer Chris Chibnall.
Yeah, I think the problem with, again, I don't think the BBC were like, oh, we'll have a female doctor, whatever. Good, great, do a good job of it.
Yeah,
and they
do a good
completely
job of it,
flopped.
It'd be great.
If they did a good job of it, they would have done fine. But they didn't. They were just like, oh, we have a female doctor now. And it's like, okay, but you've got a female doctor, you've got a fantastic actress to do it.
I believe,
but
you
flopped it.
I believe Jodie Whittaker could have really been a good doctor if the writing and directing was a lot better.
Yeah.
I've seen Jodie Whittaker in other shows like I think is it Broadchurch?
Yeah, Broadchurch, and Broadchurch was also directed and co-written by Chris Chibnall as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Interesting. But just I always remember it's like watching her first season of Doctor Who. It's like it's gonna get better. It's going to get better,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't get better.
Like
I've not watched Doctor Who since.
I've watched every single episode, even the latest one that's came out, and I want to watch it. I want to see it get better. That's the only reason why I'm watching it.
I think Jodie Whittaker's quitting now anyway.
Yeah.
That's the rumor. No one's actually confirmed it.
I wouldn't blame her though, to be fair. I think if she quits now, she will do less damage to her career, because I think the problem that Doctor Who had was the writing, and that was the same. Like Peter Capaldi, when Peter Capaldi became the Doctor, like I didn't watch every Matt Smith episode, but I watched quite a lot of them. Like I watched the entire first season of Matt Smith, and that was really good. I really enjoyed that. And then I think I kind of stopped watching Doctor Who a bit more then. But when Peter Capaldi came onto the scene, first and foremost, I hated the transition. The transition to Peter Capaldi was shit. Because from David Tennant to Matt Smith, I really liked it. It was nice. It had really good effects to it. It was great to watch, great to see. And in Matt Smith, it was like, oh, we'll have this yellow smoke stuff come out, but that's not going to transform him. He's going to still be Matt Smith, and then the flick of a switch, he's Peter Capaldi.
Mm-hmm.
That to me was a disgrace.
Well, that's kind of signals the start of his regeneration when he, as you say, the yellow smoke came out of him. That's kind of like the start of it.
Yeah, but usually,
regenerate.
Usually, the actual regeneration itself, like changing actors, happens in that sequence with the yellow smoke. And I was hoping they did a good job of it with David Tennant. They can do it again with Matt Smith changing to Peter Capaldi, but they didn't. That's my problem.
That similar scenario happened with David Tennant, though, but apart from the regeneration thing, went straight into the hand. The chopped off hand. So, what? Yeah, I get the point.
Like,
there is a point there that's missing.
I'm talking about when they transition from one actor to the other. Like, if they do the yellow smoke every now and again as a regeneration, yeah, that's fair. Like, that's fine. I like the effect, and I liked the effect with Matt Smith. My problem was the final regeneration that happened, the very last Matt Smith regeneration that happened with the yellow smoke. Because they did the yellow smoke and everything. But Peter Capaldi didn't become the Doctor during that yellow smoke. He became the Doctor as a flick of a switch.
You see, Matt Smith was supposed to be the last Doctor, but then the Time Lords gave him more regeneration cycles.
Yeah.
That's what the thing through the crack was. And so that seemed fine in story-wise to me, but
it doesn't really bother me who became the Doctor or how many Doctors there have been, to be fair, because obviously you change as time goes on, in my opinion.
That part didn't bother me, but with the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who thing, they've changed the whole Doctor Who lore completely.
Yeah.
Like, they changed it completely to where...
Something I heard about it, really, actually.
The Doctor was the first ever Time Lord, and it's from the Doctor's DNA that all the Time Lords get to regenerate, and...
Yeah, I remember them doing that, because I remember hearing about it. I watched a YouTube video actually explaining it all, and they were saying this is basically what they've done. They've basically rewritten the entire timeline of Doctor Who
Yeah.
in the flick of a switch without anyone really looking into it or anything. If I was the Doctor, right now, I am not a writer, I'm not a director, I'm not an actor, I'm nothing, basically, right? If I was given those scripts, I would have rewritten the entire thing.
You see, I'm not sure if Matt's heard this or not on one of the podcast episodes anyway, but we were talking about Doctor Who. And I know that Matt listens to some of them because we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
But on the episode of Doctor Who, I was talking about an idea that my brother and I had about how to finish Doctor Who, about how to completely finish it. One last for generations to a new Doctor. This Doctor's for Doctor of Forgiveness, and the person we had in mind was Georgia Tennant, you know, the Doctor's daughter in one of the David Tennant episodes.
Yeah.
Kind of remember it, yeah.
We had her in mind, and the Doctor realizes why that face, and the face is basically to forgive at this point, to forgive herself for everything that's happened, that he's done, basically, or she's done. And yeah, it's in the end, the Doctor has one last choice to use his life up to save the whole world, or die, or to live on, and the whole world dies around him. So,
Yeah.
and in the end, and this, bear in mind, this whole idea as well was before the new Master came along. Sasha, what's the face thing? Before that Master came along, that's when we had this idea, and the idea came to Missy. Not, it was basically bringing back Missy again, and Missy, on the Doctor's deathbed, the Doctor basically says to Missy, "Carry on saving people." And Doctor dies. Missy then doesn't want to be known as Missy or the Master anymore, and uses the name the Curator. And it brings you back to the 50th episode. It brings it all back around again, and it respects the law. It would respect the law that currently happens. Like, this is very much a rough idea of what the idea is. Like, yeah, because when my brother and I were talking about it, it's probably about 2 hours of conversation.
Fair enough.
What do you reckon about that?
It's interesting. It would kind of bring a story. It would hopefully bring a story in a full circle.
Yeah.
The Doctor does remember faces that he's seen and can regenerate into them, which is one of the arguments I think I heard, because Peter Capaldi appeared in Doctor Who before he was the Doctor.
In the Pompeii episode on David Tennant. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's why they say he's got that face, because he remembers it from there. I was just looking at a message I just got as well, so it's a bit out there. But yeah, it's just sad with the way it's come, and it's like, it's just one thing now. It's like, if it doesn't get better from now, it's that time just to wrap it story up.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea of it, because we knew this whole Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who is flopping so bad. That's why we came up with the idea of finishing it, because it can only go down. Why not end with a bang?
Yeah, I think what they try to do, like, I don't want to say that they just... I'm not trying to accuse the BBC of anything here, but I think when they put Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, they were just trying to appease the mob of
ticking boxes.
Trying to tick boxes. Like, I know a lot of people try and say, oh, they're not doing this to just tick boxes, and I agree with it in the most cases. Like, a lot of people say, oh, apparently there's a rumour Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to have a female lead, and it's like, who gives a shit? Like, does anyone actually care?
Tell you about
Grand Theft Auto
ticking boxes. On one of the Jodie Whittaker episodes, there was a blind girl, and she was kind of one of the main characters, and that's one of their ideas of ticking boxes. The actress was blind, but they were. Can I use the bit of a no words here?
You can use no words a little bit, yeah.
They were pretty much taking the piss out of her.
Wait, is this my stop here? Hold on.
They were taking a piss out of her, and yeah, as a visually impaired
Oh.
person myself, I found that disgusting. They're writing on the walls, like pretty much it, like they're writing on the walls so she wouldn't know what was said or anything. Trying to keep her out of it. Yeah, it was just not good. They're trying to tick boxes. They had gay
Thing
people
is,
there as well.
yeah.
It all felt like they were ticking boxes, and it wasn't good.
Thing is, the BBC have been ticking boxes for a while now, and it really annoys me. Like, it's not that I'm not saying that women can't act, that people shouldn't be acting, or I'm not saying that everybody in film should be a straight white male. I'm not saying that in the slightest, right? Because I know there are fantastic actors of various different groups of people, right? I hate collectivism anyway, so as far as I'm concerned, actors are individuals, in my opinion, and everyone acts greatly. In fact, one of my favourite movies, Unstoppable, one of the main characters, Denzel Washington. Brilliant actor.
One of my favourite comedians definitely is, and I've forgotten her name already, Catherine Tate.
Yeah, Catherine Tate, she's a fantastic comedian. And what's she? Female. Everyone says women can't do comedy. Just look at Catherine Tate. It's not that women can't do comedy, it's that they basically try and make things funny when they're not funny subjects at all. Like, they seem to think that dick jokes seem to be funny all the time. At least that's what I've seen, anyway. Trying too hard never works. Yeah.
Trying too hard, like I say, trying too hard never works. But that's it, Catherine Tate didn't try. She's genuinely funny.
Yeah. And a good thing, the biggest thing about comedy is you have to be able to take the piss out of everything, right? Because one of my favourite Catherine Tate things is when she's absolutely when it's the northerner one, when there's a northerner coming to babysit the kids. That is one of my favourite Catherine Tate things, the Catherine Tate short, right? There's a northerner who comes in to do babysitting, and nobody can understand what she says, and I think that's hilarious. Right? I know it's, taking the mick, but it's hilarious in a way, right? And the Spiffing Brit made a joke about this as well, because it was hilarious, the way that he was saying that people from Somerset speak English and people from Aberdeen speak English, but he can't understand a word that either of them say. And I think that's hilarious as well, when you take the mick out of people. Obviously, within reason. You can't just take the mick out of people for no reason. It has to be within context. It has to have context to it, obviously. I'm not saying, just take the piss out of everybody for no reason. I'm saying, within context, it's fine. And people just really stop being offended by it.
It all goes round to what was said, like, a few hours ago now. Like, with
Cancel
BBC
culture.
trying to tick boxes,
Yeah.
With BBC trying to tick boxes, they're trying to
Appease
undo what history was done.
Yeah.
They're trying to undo what was done throughout history.
To me, they're just trying to appease the mob of well, I don't know. They're just trying to tick boxes, and they think they're making people happier by doing it, but they're not.
But no, it's just really pissing people off, really.
Yeah. I had no problem with Doctor Who having a female doctor. Right? Not a problem at all.
Well, it was actually established in the law that they can transition gender in regeneration.
Yeah.
Before Jodie Whittaker was even announced as a doctor.
Exactly.
It happened with Missy, didn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Like, Missy was the first time Lord. Actually, no, I think it happened before then as well, in the classic era.
I think
I'm not sure about. I've not watched any classic era, so I'm not quite sure.
I think when Peter Capaldi was the Doctor, they had a female master, didn't they?
Yeah, Missy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Missy was the
brilliant.
master.
She was brilliant.
Oh, who's it? Michelle? Is it Michelle Gomez?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she was brilliant. I loved it.
It's the wit about her that made it really, just really snappy. It's fantastic.
I loved it. She's brilliant.
Also, another thing about the Doctor Who series as well is that, well, especially in the modern series, is that pretty much every single sidekick, apart from a couple of episodes, has been female.
Mhm.
And they've always been really good actors, as far as I'm concerned, at least up to the end of Matt Smith, I think. Because obviously when Christopher Eccleston, you had Billie Piper, brilliant actress, and she did a great job as Rose Taylor, in my opinion. And then you had David Tennant, who had both Billie Piper and the latest and greatest Catherine Tate.
And what's her name as well? What's her name? No, I forgot her
Karen?
name, but
Karen Gillan.
No, before then. Forgot her
Freema.
name. Yeah, that's it. Her surname is Freema.
Can't.
Isn't she the one in Torchwood?
No.
No. Doctor Who Freema. Just type Doctor Who Freema. What comes up? Freema Agyeman. She played 2 characters in it, believe it or not. In Martha.
Yeah.
There we are.
She was
Martha, yeah. She was
played
really
Martha,
good as well.
but also Martha's cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in the Time of Ghosts or something on the David Tennant episode.
Yeah.
Mm.
And not to mention as well, you had the Sarah Jane Adventures, which kind of tied into it. Okay, that
She was a female lead as well.
female lead. A fantastic female lead. She was a fantastic actress, and
Fantastic. I loved watching that as a child.
yeah, I used to watch that a lot as a child, and I used to
Watched
love
that
it.
before I knew Doctor Who was a thing.
Yeah, I watched that well before Doctor Who. I used to love watching that so much. And that was a female lead. People say, oh, there's no female leads. Look at all these great female leads that have been. And then Grand Theft Auto 6 in the news headlines has, oh, you can play as a female. I could play as a female in Simpsons Hit and Run. That came out in 2003.
You can play as a female on GTA 5 anyway, like on the online mode.
Yeah, on the online
You can
mode.
When it said, rumor has GTA 6 has female lead, I just read it as breaking news. Video game has character. What the?
Video game has playable character.
You wasn't. I was like, well,
Well done.
To me,
You've done the impossible.
to me, the gender, the sexual identity has nothing to do with the actor whatsoever. It's, can this person be good at acting? Yes or no?
Yeah.
That's
If they
pretty much
can't
it for
act,
me.
it's pretty hard to defend them.
Grand Theft Auto 6 has a female playable character, so does Detroit Become Human, Beyond Two Souls, Simpsons Hit and Run. I think what else has a female lead in it that you can play as?
The game Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge, exactly. You can play as a female in that. You can play as a female in... I'm trying to think what games I've got here that I can play as a female in.
I can't think of much because I don't play much games.
I should probably
But
mention
really,
I've
you
only got
can
Ratchet and
play as a
Clank. in
female
there.
in Minecraft, Alex.
Yeah, you can play as a female in Minecraft,
I
even.
think you can even. There's even a playable female character in the Call of Duty campaign.
Portal,
Yeah.
Portal 2, you play as Chell in that, and she's female.
So it's like, come on. How is this still breaking news?
GLaDOS is female as well.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily play as GLaDOS, do you?
You don't, but she's the main character.
Well, yeah, she's the main character, yeah.
There's someone else as well but it was in a film, and it's like, oh, it was when John Boyega was playing Finn, and it showed it, and it was in the trailers, and people were like, John Boyega's cast in Star Wars, and I was like, person cast in film.
I just got an alert on my phone. Beyond 2 Souls Part 1 Destroy Everything just came out 2 minutes ago from InstaSim.
Hey, that came out
Hey.
today. 2 minutes ago. But don't watch it now, watch it after the stream.
To be fair, John Boyega's fantastic, the actor.
Yeah. I just hate what they've done to his character.
I didn't like Finn. I liked Finn in Star Wars. I hated how the character progressed. It's like there was so much more for his story there. What the bloody hell are you all doing?
And with Rose, it seemed like they've added a contest winner to the show. Like, that's all that was. Like a contest winner, and that's it. There's no chemistry between them, and somehow they're kissing, but then after that, nothing between them.
Hmm.
Movies these days are just not what they used to be.
Can we also
You-
talk
you-
about advertising as well? Because it seems that everyone gets offended by advertising these days as well.
I get offended by the YouTube adverts that now appear to be like 1 hour long. If that counts.
1 hour
I've seen a few of them,
unskippable
yeah.
ad, and there's 2 of them.
I mean,
YouTube's double ad feature needs to get in the bin.
That
Replace
trend-
it with 1 10-second unskippable ad. I don't care.
It-
2
makes-
ads is too much. Sorry,
It
that's
makes
just stupid.
Twitch's 30-second unskippable ad. what do you call it? I can't remember what the word is now. It makes it seem not so bad.
it's kind of why I use ad blocks really now, because
It
I'm
is.
just really bored of it all.
I use an ad blocker, but I turn it off specifically on YouTube and Twitch because it helps creators. And yes, I do get a bit of ad revenue, and I'm very happy to announce that I get ad revenue when people watch an ad on my channel. I know it's annoying to watch, but I do get revenue from it. Not much.
I do turn it off on
you know,
certain creators. I do turn it off on certain creators. Creators that I like, I'll turn it
Yeah.
off, and I'll bear through the adverts. But throughout, and it just scrolling through YouTube channels that don't need the money, I don't turn it off with them.
I just have it turned off on YouTube in general because my philosophy is if I'm watching an ad, I'm helping the creator out, but I am getting annoyed by the ads on YouTube because they're putting 2 5-second ads there, and it's like you're saying. The worst part is they even have that countdown on the side to say next ad in 5 seconds, and it's like if you have 2 ads, get rid of that box. You don't need it, right? Because I'm not able to watch the video. I don't want to know when the next ad is, do I?
Even on Patreon now, you go onto YouTube's Patreon, and you see in like the perks it says you can turn off ad blocker. It's like that's the point where you know YouTube is taking the mick out of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have
Stop it.
I have ad blocker turned off on Twitch as well because it helps creators, and in fact I think Twitch ads actually help creators more than YouTube ads, because YouTube ads, the CPM on YouTube is dependent on the content. Twitch isn't so much. Everybody gets the same CPM on Twitch, so it's a bit more equal. But also the thing is the Twitch ads are all practically Amazon Prime stuff anyway.
I just thought now. I use Brave browser now, which automatically has the ad blocker inside of it. So yeah, I can't really turn it off as easy.
No, that's fair. I mean, that's not too bad. But the only reason I have an ad blocker is because there are websites where it just gets annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Like any news advert, and yet they still have the audacity to say, buy a subscription.
That's
With
the thing.
10 million ads on there.
I mean, this isn't technically legal, but I've only got it for educational purposes. I legally have to say it's for educational purposes. That's unblocks. That basically gets rid of these news websites. Pay a subscription to see this website.
Yeah, because the one that I find the most annoying, because a lot of people link to articles from this website, is the Daily Telegraph. I don't read the Telegraph. In fact, the way I find news is I will always look at various news sources. I don't care what the news source is. If I find a headline on one news source, I will confirm it with another. I don't care if it's The Sun, The Guardian, The Daily
Conspiracy
Mail, the
theory
BBC, anything. The Huffington Post. Yeah. It can be any news. Yeah. It can be
Every
any.
single website, every single news website shares the same one source, because it's always the same text in the same order, just rewritten.
Well, that's
Just
the
changing
thing.
a few words.
North Wales Live is actually owned by some company in Essex.
Yes.
And the same people who own North Wales Live own Manchester Evening Mail, Wales Online, the Yorkshire Post, I think, as well. And then you've also got the Rupert Murdoch ones, the Daily Mail, the Sun, the Telegraph, I think, as well.
Sky.
I'm not 100% sure. Does he own Sky as well?
I think so.
I know Rupert Murdoch owns a lot of them. And then you've got things like The Guardian, which is a complete cesspit. Especially their politics. Their politics are rubbish. Honestly, anything that comes from The Guardian is political. It's absolutely horrendous. I hate their political stuff. Because they're always opinionated, even if they don't specifically mark it as opinion. In my opinion, if a news organisation wants to put an opinion, they have to mark it as an opinion.
Prior
Otherwise,
to-
they have to be impartial. Otherwise,
According
my
to
opinion.
Wikipedia, on Sky Group Wikipedia, prior to November 2018, Rupert Murdoch's 21st Century Fox owned 39% of the stake in Sky.
oh,
That's pretty much all it says about Rupert Murdoch. He didn't own it or anything.
fair enough. So he owned some stock in it, but not all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you owned it.
Right,
My
I need
bad.
to get to the other side quickly.
That's why I'm not really not doing anything on stream, so I'll do the research for you.
Fair enough.
Hey.
Damien is our researcher now. I'm in the middle of the road. I'm gonna get hit by a car.
What, you outside?
No! Ah, I was about to get hit by a car and the thing vanishes in front of me.
Realism.
Realism. Newspapers. Right, what else was I going to say? Also, The Independent is an absolute horrible newspaper.
Mm.
I know they call themselves independent, but Jesus Christ, it's obvious by their news that they're just owned by the far left.
Every news article really shares it from one website. Just use a thesaurus and change a few words.
Pretty much, yeah. And
Let's be
the funniest thing I find is every time anything gets advertised and the regional papers all say, this is looking for people from this area. So if Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is looking for contestants, North Wales Live is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire looking for contestants from North Wales. Yorkshire Post is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is looking for contestants from Yorkshire. Always. It's hilarious.
I loved the thing. The private jet landed at Harden the other day from the Caribbean,
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that just it?
and it was just so happened to be landing back before the new restrictions of that you have to have a test 72 hours before you come back to the UK.
Yeah.
And they were literally reporting on this jet. It's like jet lands at Harden, and it's like a few days go past. It's like, yeah, jet lands at Harden whatsoever, and it's back again. Who was on the jet? It's like, it's a jet. It landed at an airport. Bugger off.
Yeah.
Basically, to quote Peter Griffin, "Oh my God, who the hell cares?"
Yeah. That's what everybody in the comments was saying. It's like, it's a jet. It landed at an aerodrome.
What do you
Bugger
expect
off.
it to do? Land in the sea? Land on the A55?
It's like, who cares who was on the jet? It does not matter to me at all.
Nothing really matters.
This is
to me.
another thing, right? I do not want this statement to...
Be clipped. Stand by.
No, it's not necessarily to be clipped. It's more like, don't think that this in any way forms my political belief, right? But
Yeah,
the
just don't
double
say that.
standards that they have with certain parties.
Yeah, just state that a few times just to make it legally
Yeah.
sure.
So, this is not to state my political belief. I am a centrist for starters, and my political belief changes as the day flies, right? I will vote for whichever party has the best policies at the time, right? Even if that means I'm voting for the Monster Raving Loony Party, which I'm actually considering doing at some point. But
Drawing your own box in and take.
they are actually a really good party. They always respond to my tweets. And they're the only party that does. They once followed me on Twitter and then they unfollowed me for some reason.
Ah, hello,
So, yeah.
darkness, my old friend.
But anyway, enough of that. This is not to base my political beliefs. However, the double standards they have on certain political parties is horrendous, right? There was a
Every
news...
paper's like that, to
yeah.
be fair.
There was a
Every
news
single
story not too long ago, in fact it was very recent, about how members of the Senedd in Cardiff had gone to the pub in the Senedd, or drank alcohol at the Senedd pub, before the actual restrictions on alcohol put in place, but after the pubs closed. So doing so was perfectly legal, but it was all over the news, right? There were 3 members of the Senedd who were doing it. 2 people from the Conservative Party and 1 from Labour. Guess who got all the all the stitch?
Labour.
No, the Conservatives. Because people found out it was Paul Davis, the leader of the Welsh Conservatives, was there, and he had to resign for it. There was also another Conservative, part of the shadow cabinet, who also resigned. There was one Labour MS in that group. No repercussions whatsoever.
It's just one of those things.
No repercussions to Labour at all, despite the fact that he was also there.
I've got to say about these news things. If you look on, if anyone's passed away and it's on the news, they'll advertise it. They'll put advertisements on it.
That's disgusting.
They've done it to my little brother. They put so I've called them out. I've emailed them and everything and called them up, saying you have no right to profit off my little brother's death. And they're like, well, we've got permission from the mother. No, you have not.
You have permission to make a news article. You don't have permission to put adverts on it. That's permission.
And basically, I had my little brother's mum on the phone as well, and she was like, "How dare you?" And they still have the adverts up to date. They won't change. Like, all these news articles are doing it. They all won't change. Will profit off your death. If you die and it's on the news, they'll profit off you.
Why am I going on the avoiding line at Huddersfield?
Which is your subject.
It's the
Yeah,
media.
can we stop
They're
talking about the media for a bit? Because it's actually doing my head in. As much as the media does my head in anyway.
They're all snakes.
I think I can agree
Snakes
with
on
that.
planes. Let's talk about snakes on planes.
Snakes on trains.
Snakes on trains.
Someone should make that movie, unless it's already made, then make a sequel to that movie then.
Parody.
I got a green screen here, does anyone use it? Let's make it a movie whilst we're in lockdown.
I've got a really crappy webcam, which I don't use at the moment, so...
Well, my phone on selfie mode does 64 megapixels, so use that.
My front cam apparently records in 4K.
Bloody Nora.
Something. I'm not sure if that's actual 4K or just upscaled to 4K.
Yeah, it might be upscaled from 144.
Though it does do 1080p at 60 frames a second. So.
Look at my phone camera app. Yes, please.
My camcorder does 1080p at 50 frames per second.
I think with cameras in the UK, at least, I'm not sure if it is anywhere else, but this is what I've learned from a Tom Scott video. That with if you have a video camera and it only does 30 minutes of recording, that's because it's a photo camera and not a video camera.
Yes, there's a law.
You have to do that for tax reasons.
There's a law that if you are selling a camera, you cannot have it record more than 30 minutes in a continuous way. Otherwise, you have to call it a camcorder and it's under a different tax band. Or a film camera as well. I have doubts that it's UK law. I have a feeling that it's more like EU law, because EU has done VAT law since we joined, and usually it's their EU law. It's the EU VAT laws which are completely stupid. For example, the tampon tax, which is an EU VAT law, and everyone was criticising the UK government for getting rid of it and saying that this is a success of Brexit, despite it actually being a success of Brexit, because we weren't allowed to change it under EU law. Which is stupid, in my opinion. Because everyone was campaigning to get rid of it, okay? Everyone was campaigning, telling UK government, get rid of the tampon tax. And then the UK government saying, we can't, it's EU law and we can't change it, right? And nobody was able to change it because the EU wouldn't change it. And then we finally leave the EU after years and years and years of negotiation, which drove me up the fucking wall.
That was a a very good deal anyway for anybody in the UK. So
It wasn't the best deal at all, no. But again, I don't know. I'm not too sure about the deal. Like, I wanted us out, but with the deal that we got, I'm not too sure if that was the correct way. But you know, I've always said this. I should have been in charge of the negotiations. I would have got a better deal.
I was for Remain, but I'd have been happy with a good deal. And
Mm.
the deal is pretty fucking shocking.
You see, yeah, I'm a Remainer. I'm a person who likes to, who would wants to remain only because of the funding that communities and stuff like that get funding. That's pretty much my only reason. And when it was decided we're going out, all right, I was thinking, all right then, what's the plans? What is anything going to be put in place? There's nothing, absolute nothing.
That's the problem of the people who were actually campaigning
charge.
for it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Those who campaigned for it, especially those who were in charge, who could have actually said, this is the plan, at the off, they should have had a plan in place, more or less ready to go, ready to deploy. And what they do, they had no plan at all. They put a Remainer in charge. We had 2 years of useless negotiation because we had a weak leader.
A Remainer
Effectively
was put
kissing
in
the
charge.
arse of the EU and kissing the arses of the EUs anyway.
A Remainer
And-
was put in charge because of a pig molester decided to leave. Basically, he should be put in prison for what's the word?
David
Treason.
Cameron should be put in prison for treason. Absolutely,
Yeah.
100% yes to
For
that.
treason, for sure. Yeah, that's one of the words. You know, like abandoning ship, treason, pretty much.
I am not going to say that Brexit was inherently a bad thing because I think that it could have been a good success and we could have done a success of it. But thanks to David Cameron and his absolutely... I'm just glad he resigned, to be fair, because I didn't like him anyway. I thought we would have been
No
able to
one
have a
liked
good...
him.
I thought we could have had a good time with Theresa May, and then it turned out to be absolutely shocking. And now we've got Boris Johnson in charge.
To be fair to her,
you
like
know.
I don't do politics at all. But to be fair to her, she's been trying to do her best with what she's got, and what she's got is
Yes.
nothing.
I will admit with that, I will admit that she tried her best. It's just that she didn't do a very good job of it.
Well, it's quite hard when the party that you have,
Yeah.
because quite a lot of the Conservative Party wanted a no-deal Brexit.
It wasn't so much that they wanted a no-deal Brexit, it was just that they wanted... There was a certain version of Brexit everybody pretty much had some agreement on, in the sense that we left the EU, left the single market, left the customs union, left the jurisdiction of the ECJ. Those were the main points about it. Effectively, we're out of everything, not half in, half out. What the original deal that Theresa May did was it kind of put us in this limbo stage where we were we'd left, but we hadn't left, sort of thing.
Can we go back
And,
to?
yeah.
Can the UK go back to being done under a dictatorship? Because that way we know what's happening.
The UK's never
'Cause
been under a
every
dictatorship.
4 years, no one knows what's happening.
No one knows what's happening. Everyone just votes, and it's like, oh, who's the government now? I don't think anybody really gives a shit.
Let's go back to dictatorship. The Queen's dictating everything.
Well, the Queen is still the head of state, so
Yeah.
She could technically veto anything she wanted. She just doesn't.
Exactly. She
it's
just leaves it to us to fuck everything up.
To be fair, I think within the next few years, probably the next decade or two, we're going to see the breakup of the United Kingdom.
well, it's starting to become very, very, very close to it. That's for sure.
I want
Yeah.
to see a start of the Celtic Union.
I'm
I
not
wanna
a
see
fan of
that.
political unions, that's the problem. I do not like political unions. At all.
The
EU
I just want all of us to I want every Celtic country to leave England, basically.
Well, I
Leave
want
England
us...
aside.
Yeah. I want independence for Wales, Scotland, and all, right? I want independence. This is an interesting way of getting... Oh, wait, I don't need to move platforms. My next train's on the same platform as
Yeah,
I'm
I
on
was-
already.
I'm like, okay, where are you going?
I need to go to Marsden, which is the next stop down. I just have to come off at Slaithwaite and get the next train. That was just an interesting way of getting to the next platform. You have to go underneath on the road and everything. That's cool, though, I think.
It's cool, but I mean, it's a ramp as well, isn't it? There's no steps on that.
No. Fully accessible. And this was in
Yeah.
the 70s. Where is it? Slaithwaite. Slaithwaite is well ahead of everywhere.
Can you go on the
Wait, where's
camera
the
mode,
other
see what's on the
platform?
other
Oh, there
side?
it is.
Can you go on camera mode and see the other platform?
No, if you're walking, you can't actually go onto the other platform. Oh, you can see
No,
it
I mean
over there.
the camera mode. I mean, like
There is no camera mode.
no, if you're like
Not in
spectator.
person, anyway.
No, there's no free cam.
Ah.
I can just walk across the track though. Don't mind me.
Next thing you know, the train supervised. How to Kill Yourself, Insta-Sim edition.
Dumb Ways to Die, Volume 2. I nearly got stuck then, thanks to that guy. I'm not getting stuck again.
Keep
I'm actually
yourself
going to see what it is to
keep
walk
away.
down to the other side.
Have you got long for the train?
About 4 minutes.
Ah, you got enough time to wander around then. Yeah, blue deal. This is very accessible.
Well, yeah, it's alright, isn't it? Full step-free access.
And these steps for those who want steps.
I can see wheelchair users dancing to this. In their wheelchairs, of course.
With dancing the floss even back then.
Dancing the floss, going down the ramp. I'm not trying to mock disabled people, by the way.
I'm disabled
No.
myself, so I'm happy with you doing these jokes.
There we go. See, Damien's happy, so everybody's happy. See, Damien has given me authorization.
Can I say a kind of controversial subject again?
I mean, we've been talking about controversial
Yeah.
subjects all day.
But,
What difference
on-
does it make to do another
on
one?
YouTube, on YouTube, there's cancel culture for everything, and in some conditions, I believe cancel culture is what's needed, and some most definitely not. But there's a cancel culture for the word retarded,
That's what I was
Now-
talking about before. I just didn't want to say the
And-
word,
and
or I'd get cancelled.
well, I've got permission from a friend to say this because he has autism,
Fair enough.
and yeah, so he says, Damien, you can say the word because it's just
Okay.
a word.
Well, Damien's
that's
been
a-
given
that's the
permission,
key.
so Twitch, don't ban me, please.
That's the key.
Yes.
That's the key. That's the key. Social media. It's just a word.
Oh, yeah.
The word has, like, in history, the word means something completely different. But
The word itself just
as
means
the
slow.
years grow,
Yeah.
as the years go by, words change. The English language changes.
Hmm.
So the word kind of just means slow now. The word kind of just it either means slow or dumb.
Well, next on Saturday, I think, I'm not sure yet, I'm going to do Flight Sim. And it has a ground proximity warning.
Oh yeah, it goes retard, retard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes like 50, 40, 30, 10, retard.
Being
Exactly.
offended by an aeroplane.
So, but the thing is, social
I mean,
media, social
yeah.
media now, anyone will cancel anyone
Yeah.
for saying a word like that. A
Right,
YouTuber
I'm gonna-
I watch called Bo Blacks even said that he doesn't mind anyone using that word.
I'm
'cause
going to
he's
use the
and he's
word
autistic.
very quickly. I'm just giving a warning to everybody.
It's
I'm going to
okay
use
within
the...
context.
Yeah.
It's
the-
probably banned in the chat.
The thing is, right, retarders are used on things like trucks and things.
Yes, the retarder brake.
Yeah, the retarder, it basically helps the truck to slow down.
Mm.
That's what the word means. It means slow. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
anything else.
You
No.
can say a controversial word within context and
Yeah.
without word. And if it's within context
I think
of
there's-
you're explaining it,
Hmm.
you can say it without worry.
Yeah.
But
I think
that's where it's supposed to be. But the internet doesn't believe it.
yeah.
in
So
that.
there's only one word I think which can't. In my opinion, that's the N word.
I was just going to ask, is it the N word?
Yeah. The only exception I would say, like I remember, because it was actually in Of Mice and Men, it was used a lot.
Yeah, back in the old days
Yeah.
where history was off like that, yeah, it would be used a lot.
If you are doing something and, you know, you're doing something historically and use of the word is necessary to kind of put that forward, fine.
Right.
But I don't agree with people using it at all.
Is this going
Right.
after, are you mentioning that N word after a certain word was used in my certain ex's comment section yesterday.
Yeah.
Read through all the comments.
I read through those comments and Jesus Christ.
The worst thing is that they're like, oh Christ, they're like 17 and things. It's like, fucking shut up. There's even a song that just has that word through
I know.
it, and I said to I remember saying to her, it's
Is
like,
that I
stop.
really miss my wigger?
I probably.
Like that
It's-
song says in the song, it says by a person of color. If you're white, change the N to a W. So that's why I'm saying wigger. I'm saying that within context.
Can we use
Yeah.
the word wigger
Well-
to mean white people then?
No,
This is down to
no,
the W.
because back in the olden days, we were white people were chalkies. Yeah.
Let's bring back that word then.
Two wrongs do not make a right.
Yeah, you're right, don't make it right. Yeah.
I'm joking, obviously. I'm obviously joking. I mean, Welsh people have been often called sheepshaggers, so you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
And,
there's history behind that. The history behind that means that it's the English people who are the sheepshaggers,
Exactly.
coming from England, coming from Liverpool, all the way to I'm going to say the Welsh word 'cause I've got the English word now, Caerdydd,
Hmm.
and you know, with all the mining and whatnot, and shagging sheep. So it's the English people who are the sheepshaggers, not the Welsh.
Oh yeah, I actually heard about that somewhere before, actually, where it
Yeah,
was actually the
it's a-
English who were shagging sheep and not the Welsh.
It's in the history books, so.
But then again, at the same time, Welsh, in historical context, Welsh is actually an insult. It means foreigner or foreign.
But how are we foreign? We were here
Well-
first.
Well, it was a slur used by the Saxons many years ago, Welsh, but it was spelled Welch, and it kind of meant like foreigner, but in a sort of slurish way, and because Welsh, the correct word is the Cymric, you know, the Cymric. That is the Welsh people, in correct Saxon English sort of thing. Cymric was the Welsh word for the English word for Welsh, before Welsh became a thing. But Welsh was
So-
actually a slur used by the English to mean things like foreigner or dirty and stuff like that,
The
because
one
we
thing
spoke our
that's
national
so
interesting.
language.
The one
Yeah,
thing.
yet again,
That's not
English
cool.
evolves.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. That's the thing.
So-
English has
sorry, I cut
evolved.
you off, Matt.
You know?
The one thing that's still not taught in, I don't think it's taught in English schools, is the Welsh. Is it the Welsh not?
Yeah, the Welsh not.
It's taught in Welsh
is
schools,
not-
but not in.
It's
It's
taught in
not
Welsh
taught.
schools, but it's not taught in
taught
England.
in England at all.
Hmm.
Which is the thing, because that's, you know, if that never happened, we would probably all be sat here speaking Welsh.
Pretty much, yeah.
But
Which would have been a
you-
lot better.
I know that InstaSim can speak fluent Welsh. I'm born in Wales. I went to Welsh schools or schools in Wales. I can't speak a word Welsh.
Yeah, I can almost speak Welsh, but because I was forced to in school, like I felt like, well, in fact, yeah, they were pretty much. It's a bilingual school. It says on the website, it says everywhere bilingual,
Hmm.
but because they forced me to speak Welsh, I rebelled.
Mm.
That is
Right.
the problem. Many years ago,
Hmm.
we were forced to speak English, and people rebelled and kept the Welsh going. Now, people were forced to speak Welsh, and they just rebelled and started speaking English.
Yeah,
And those two things together is what has basically made the Welsh language. It's not
Dying.
dead. It's not a dead language
it's
by any
dying,
means.
it's dying though. It
Well,
is
I think
dying.
it's actually
Depends where
going
you are.
up a bit more now. Actually, I think it's actually going up more in the
It's
stats.
still a dying language though.
Still a minority
in-
language.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's an endangered language for sure.
It's endangered, yeah, but I wouldn't say it's a dead language, and it's certainly, I wouldn't say it's quite dying. There's still a third. Is it a third? No, it's about a sixth. There
Much
you go.
less.
A sixth. Sorry, it's about 16%, isn't it?
Mm.
Or is it 20%?
It's a very low percent for sure.
Yeah.
But around the world, there are colonies of people starting to talk Welsh.
Yes. I know they're starting to teach it in Japan, which is It's a bit weird how Japan have started to teach Welsh. I'm not saying that's a bad thing because I like it that people are. I'm not going to call
It's
it
a weird
cultural
thing.
appropriation because I think cultural appropriation is not learning someone else's language or using someone else's culture.
The two things to me that isn't weird about other countries talking Welsh is here and Patagonia. Like Patagonia in the US, which was a colony of Welsh people, moved there to get away from the whole Welsh not situation.
Yeah, a colony of Welsh people went to Patagonia and started speaking Welsh, and the Patagonians then learnt the language. But I think the weird thing I find is how accepting people are in other cultures. For example, in Japan, where they're teaching Welsh, there is actually a teacher who came to Wales, loved the language, and started teaching it to his pupils. And how accepting they are of the language. You know? They're very accepting of the language. However, you come here to the UK, there's people in Wales who are not accepting of the language, who are like, the language is dead, forget it. People in England who are like, oh, every time I walk into a pub, everyone starts speaking Welsh. You know, how...
Not true at all, I would say.
It's not true at all.
They were speaking Welsh before you walked in.
Yes. But the thing is, that's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, everyone's so ignorant in the UK of the Welsh language. For some reason.
I'd say mainly that's because people were forced to speak Welsh. Yet again, people rebelling.
I don't know, maybe.
I had the fortunate. This is why I'm quite disappointed why I can't speak fluent Welsh at the moment. Is that I had a really good secondary school teacher throughout my 5 years, who really helped me understand Welsh, the Welsh language. And I just felt bad because it's like she put a lot of effort in, and it just sort of hasn't paid off yet.
Yeah.
There's 2 Welsh teachers in high school that I started to try and pick up Welsh from after a while, which was one of them was my old next door neighbour, which John Jones.
Yeah, I know him.
And the other one, I forgot his name, but he during like year 10 and 11 when we were in school, he was in the Griffith room. He was in 7G room.
Was it? It wasn't your actual Welsh teacher, was it?
Yeah, he was my Welsh teacher.
Oh, right, yeah, him. I think I know who he is, yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. I forgot his name.
I forgot his name as well, but he was really kind and he tried to help me so much throughout year 10 and 11 to try and learn Welsh. And
I kind of agree with you there.
Because I respected that teacher. I wanted to learn because he didn't force me. He didn't force me to try and learn it. He was encouraging.
Yeah.
And that's what you need. You need an encouraging teacher.
I agree with you because John Jones, he was first of all, he was halfway, like for half of year 7, he was my Welsh teacher. And he was really nice. And he was my Welsh teacher in GCSE as well. And the thing is, I was able to speak Welsh anyway because I was speaking it at home. I was speaking Welsh at home with my parents and stuff like that, so I was able to speak it anyway. And I think that's what a lot of problems that a lot of people get is they learn it, but they can't use it with anybody. Especially in schools. At university, it's a little bit different because you actually get to meet different people, and I have met a lot of Welsh people since coming to Wrexham, which is quite remarkable, actually. And so many more people. I find it weird. In one of the most English places in Wales, people are far more accepting of the Welsh language than they are at home. There are more people accepting of Welsh in Wrexham than there are on Anglesey, which I find weird.
And isn't Anglesey more Mon Mam Cymru? Isn't that what it's?
Anglesey has Mon Mam Cymru, yeah. The thing is, Welsh is a majority language on Anglesey, mostly spoken in the central, in like Llangefni and those places. Around the outskirts of Anglesey, it's mostly English. Holyhead, Beaumaris, those places are mostly English, but Llangefni and the central part of Wales is very, very Welsh.
Mm.
People in those areas are very accepting of Welsh, but it seems that people on the outskirts, on the coast, seem to be very unaccepting of Welsh for some reason.
If someone ever talks to me in Welsh, I try my best to talk to them back.
Yeah.
In Welsh, and if I can't say it, I'll ask them I'll ask the question in Welsh. Can I ask you in English? Can I say this in English? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then I say whatever I want in English, and then go back to Welsh again.
Fair enough.
But really, though, I wouldn't need to do that if schools wouldn't encourage Welsh instead of force Welsh.
Yeah, encouraging is a big part of it, but again, obviously what there is at the moment, there's the Welsh language standards, and it basically says, okay, in education you must teach Welsh and English. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But the way they're teaching it is wrong. They are teaching it wrong. At the very least, they're teaching it wrong to the people who don't understand Welsh quite as well as others. To the people who understand Welsh and who can speak fluent Welsh, they're teaching it perfectly fine. Because we can speak the language and we can converse with people in the language, it's perfectly fine. To those who cannot speak Welsh, they are teaching it wrong. For the most part. Like, there's one example I've seen where a friend of mine from Wrexham, actually, she does Welsh lessons. And I cover them sometimes, actually. She teaches Welsh correctly. And that's how you're supposed to teach it. You're supposed to encourage people to speak Welsh. Tell them, this is how you say it, now say it. Not just say, oh, speak Welsh. Someone asks you a question in English, don't say, oh, can you ask that in Welsh, please? Because they're not going to know how to say it. Say how you're supposed to say it, and then repeat what I've said.
Actually, in schools, they don't say, can you say it? They say, do it.
Yeah. And that's the wrong way of going about it. I also think they shouldn't have a second language Welsh course, because there's no second language English course, is there?
There kind of is, but there isn't.
There isn't. Yeah.
I mean, there isn't in GCSE and stuff like that.
Well,
yeah, there might be a little
more
bit.
like higher tier and lower tier, which the lower tier, foundation tier, is kind of like the second language thing.
Yeah. Oh shit, was that my train?
Perhaps.
I'm not quite sure. What time is it? 11:49.
I'm just watching Matt slow down in this train station here. Is that the end of the line, or is that you got more to go, Matt?
Wait, where the hell am I?
That's the end of the service for me.
All right.
I'm in Marsden, and I need to go to Slaithwaite.
Press all, set that, take that out, and run. Close the door though. Turn the light off. Better be good.
I don't know if that was my train.
If there's anyone in InstaSim's chat right now, are you able to verify if that's the end of if he misses train or not?
So 11:42 was when I got here, and the train I needed to go back. Yeah, that was my train. But then again, it's left 4 minutes early, so I'm a bit confused. Is it going forward and then reversing, or is it just?
Can you look on a pause if any train's on its way?
It's going. It's just gone. No, damn it. That was my fault.
Yeah, we were talking and you confused you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to main menu and come back to that.
I blame Matt. Matt wasn't talking about the whole thing, and that's why you were confused.
I thought I needed to go onto the other platform. I think I might have got confused by the timetable, looking at the time for Huddersfield instead. I'm gonna reset that and come back to Marsden and come onto that train. I'm not gonna make it rain this time because I'm having enough of actually doing that. This basically has kind of failed, but whatever. It's the first one I've actually failed.
It's fun, all fun at the end of the day, though.
Yeah.
I've broken the graphics.
Oh, damn.
So it's not a major issue. It's a bit annoying. Is where the just in the top corner where it says "wait for service," two graphics have now overlaid themselves.
How about start the game all over again?
No! Come back! No!
No!
Come back!
Oh, that button.
Have you missed it again? Have you
yeah.
just missed it?
Basically.
Bloody Nora.
I don't want to wait 5 minutes for it to leave. Can I just do restart and see what happens? I have to run basically at the flipping thing. Right, run. Come on.
Come on, chameleon.
No, it's going. Oh, fuck's sake.
F.
Gonna have to start earlier then.
Yeah. Which means it's good time for me to go and use the toilet and also go and make myself a cup of tea.
Can you make me one as well?
I'm afraid
Yeah,
I
make me
can't.
one.
I mean,
Just email it to me and I'll get it soon.
email. Remember that joke that we made when I went on online dating and I had to use my phone number to log in? And it was like, who uses email these days?
Yeah,
Such
I wanna rewatch
19th
that soon.
century.
I want to rewatch that at some point.
What are you on about?
Definitely.
Making it?
So
Make a new one.
19th century. Yeah, we're making a new one sometime. Gonna go on a different
invite me
dating
over to
website.
it. Let's watch it.
I will, don't worry.
Sign you up for Grinder.
No, I'm not signing up to Grindr.
No, definitely not. Because
I don't-
always pick
I don't
from
want
a-
to sign up to
from a
Grindr
person
either.
who uses Grinder as well. Yeah, you won't want to.
No.
Even I find it cringe fest.
Yeah, right. This is going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to go and put the kettle on, and whilst this is waiting, this is taking me to Huddersfield, so I've got plenty of time. I will be away. I'm not putting the BRB screen on though because I just need to put the kettle on and use a toilet.
That's fun.
I'm going to turn my speakers on, so you might hear yourself talk, but I'm going to shout across the room.
Ah, that's fine. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Oh, you're still there? Bloody hell, get lost.
No, but
Go
I have to
away.
go to the kitchen and I don't have a microphone in the kitchen.
Well, look.
Get a longer XLR. That's all you need.
Where are we? Input device, output device, speakers. There we are.
Echo.
Did you hear yourself?
Yes. It's quite funny. I think it was Charlie on. What would it have been? Would have been UKSM, and she had it coming out of her earphones and her speakers,
Ah.
and that was a. So all you could hear is this echo going on. It's like, well, who is echoing? Where is this coming from?
I kind of find that situation out when I plug my headphones into my computers, well, directly into the computer. It gives me a program pops up saying what type of device is this? Is this earphones or headphones? If I don't click it, it comes out of my speakers and headphones at the same time.
I don't think my computer's doing that at the moment. It used to have the habit of doing it.
Yeah. Where's my mug? Here it is.
I have completely balked the game. That's pretty. That's quite cool. I think I got us.
Controversial topic here.
Oh, here we go.
Yorkshire or PG tips?
Yorkshire.
Great answer.
I'd like to thank Mr. Spiffing Brit, Lord Spiffing Brit, for showing me the way. The way, the truth, and the light, which I think was the motto of my school.
I'm going to ask Emma that controversial question as well.
Oh, he'll probably be a PG tips person.
Oh, and I think he's more of a tacky person. Which that's even worse.
My parents have, what was it, decaf Tetley tea.
What's the point in decaf?
I know.
What is the point in decaf? Seriously, like. It's like having having a bong without any weed in it.
Just a souvenir. My mum also has the habit of putting the milk in first.
Oh, my foster dad does that a lot. We tell him off all the time.
Yeah, it's. I say, she makes me tea, and I forget. Go away, Siri.
At that point, it just tastes like watery milk.
Yeah, yeah. She makes when I say yeah, I'll have a cup of tea. I forget that she does it that way, and it's like, Mum, all I can taste is milk.
My foster dad decided at one point for me to do a blind taste test. He got Tetley, PG Tips, and Yorkshire, and he'd done it both ways. And I instantly could tell out of all 6 times I had a sip of them that what was milk in first, which was water in first.
Yeah, it's so. Americans don't understand it. It's like the taste is so distinctive. One tastes of tea, the other just tastes of lukewarm milk. It's just.
Yeah.
I should have actually asked Mustafa Aviation what do they have for tea in Australia?
Oh yeah, you should have. Wow. No point thinking about it, really, I suppose.
Americans microwave the water. I know that.
Oh. Why?
Because they're American.
There we are. I'm back over to my headphones now, so no more
Hey.
echo.
I actually didn't hear myself echoing then.
Ah, fair enough. But I did turn my speakers down a little bit just to try and see if that would stop it. Suppose that worked.
Hey,
I've been told I make lovely cup of teas. And that's because I leave the tea bag in to mellow in for a bit.
yeah.
I leave the tea bag in. Well, in fact, with me, I always leave the tea bag in anyway. But, you know, with other people, I put the tea bag out. I wash my hands as well. And then I use my hands to squeeze all the liquid out of the tea bag.
Mm.
That's another trick I do that makes it just that one touch nicer.
Whenever I make people cups of teas, they always say I make a really good cup.
Mm.
Though I'm convinced that they're lying, just trying to be polite.
I am back.
Hello.
Hello.
Got a controversial question for you.
What is it?
Yorkshire, PG Tips, or Tetley?
I can answer that straight away. Yorkshire.
Great answer.
I don't even need to think about that one. PG Tips tastes like cat piss, and Tetley's is expensive.
No, yeah, but also it also tastes like cat piss. So
Yeah, it doesn't taste too well.
another answer, another question for you, controversial. Milk or water in first?
Water.
Great answer.
Well, actually, the tea bag goes first, and then you put the water in.
Well, yeah, but I'm asking what liquid in first, not what.
Water goes in first, yes.
Good.
And then you take the tea bag out before you put the sugar in. But then that's down to individual interpretation. I mean, people could do it differently with that one. It's not too big of a problem.
That's the thing with that. When I get told regularly when I make cup of teas for other people that I make lovely cup of teas, and I do it the way of if I do put sugar in, I put it in with the tea bag. It doesn't really matter to me. But once I've put the sugar in and stirred it around a bit, I leave the tea bag in to mellow, just to mellow in the tea for a while. And depending if people want the tea bag in or not, if they want it out, I'll leave it mellowing for a bit and then take it out, wash my hands, then take it out and squeeze all the rest of it out.
Maybe I just like really sweet tea. I
Teaspoons?
I put 2 teaspoons in.
Fair enough. You see, viewers, this is a typical. You see, viewers, this is a typical British conversation. We talk about tea.
Yes. The thing is, right, when it comes to sugar, like, it can be down to individual preference, because I did have a friend in 2nd and 3rd year in the flat who liked to put... Like, there are some people who don't like sugar in tea, and that's perfectly fine as well, to be fair. Like, in my opinion, sugar isn't...
Like big sugars.
Yeah. I think some people just don't like sugar in tea as well, and that can be... That's acceptable as well.
I've moved on to sweeteners.
Because
I have too much sugar. I've been having too much sugar. So I've basically cold turkeyed with sugar.
I have a little bit of a... I'm not a fan of sweeteners because...
This sweetener's alright, actually. It depends what sweetener you get. Like, So, different company sweeteners are all different. None of them taste the same.
No, I know, but again, it's like the thing about sweeteners to me is that they're artificial.
Mm.
Sugar is natural. And
Yeah.
sugar, you can buy sugar from Aldi, Morrison's, Asda, anywhere. It's all the same. Sweeteners, it's so artificial, you can get a different type of sweetener from one brand to the other. One can be very sweet, the other can be absolutely shit.
This brand that I get is pretty much in every shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Ow.
plus the fact that sweeteners are basically packed with shit. That, it's...
I think this one is near. Well, it is artificial, but it's the most natural of all the artificials.
Well,
I'll
yeah,
say
I
it like
mean, there are that you can get certain natural sweeteners, yes, but they are still artificial regardless of what's in them because they're packed with just gunk, basically.
But at least with this though, it won't. My teeth are better.
True, but again,
I've been trying it. I've been trying no sugar thing for my weight basically. It slowed down my weight gaining. I'll say that.
Yeah. The thing is, as well, what you got to remember is it's teeth rotting. It's not necessarily down to just sugar alone. It's also how you take care of them.
Oh yeah, brush my teeth a lot. Like there's not a day I don't go by where I feel my teeth. I'm like, ew, I need to brush. Another controversial subject: brush your teeth before or after breakfast.
After.
Oh yes.
Because if you do it before, if you do it before you have breakfast, all you're gonna have is basically your breakfast tasting like toothpaste.
Exactly.
And you don't want that, especially if you have orange juice or apple juice with your breakfast. I have a cup of tea, so it's fine. But
you hear about dentists saying brush your teeth before breakfast, and it's like, no, what's the point in that? You don't taste anything afterwards.
Yeah.
And what if I wanted orange juice?
Exactly. Then again, to be fair, like I might be the odd one out here, but I don't actually mind the taste of orange juice after brushing teeth.
There's something that wakes me up about it some days. If I really want waking up.
It's not the taste that is wrong there.
What the hell's wrong with this train?
It's more like what's in the orange affects the. It's weird. Mint and orange never work well.
They don't. No.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
That's what it is. It's this weird ice cold feeling in your mouth.
Yeah.
I've completely balked the sound of the train.
So I've just realised what
game.
this train's doing. So this train hasn't moved for a while, and the reason why is because it left 4 minutes early at the last station. It means it's now 4 minutes early arriving at the next, and now it has to wait here for 4 minutes. Yay! Because of course it does.
Logic.
Oh no, like
No.
the way to make a proper cup of tea, and this I believe is backed by the Spiffing Brit. Actually, I can't remember what. From his Q&A, he was like saying people asked him, "Do you put the milk in first or last?" And then he was like, "It doesn't really matter how you make a cup of tea. Just remember that the way I make a cup of tea is the best way."
Now, apparently there's a worldwide how to make a cup of tea, and Tom Scott done a video about it, and it's nothing like what we have. It's
and
almost
then
like
you have Americans who tend to put it just in the microwave. It's like, you are heathens.
I was explaining to Matt earlier that I can taste the difference between, like, I can do a blind taste test between 3 different brands, which is Tetley, PG Tips, and Yorkshire, but also add in the variable of milk in or water in first. I could taste the difference between all of it. And Matt said earlier something about no, actually, Matt, you explain what you're saying about the difference of taste between milk and water in first.
Yeah, it's very. You can tell. It's really sharp. For me, almost if milk goes in first, it tastes like cheese. I don't know why.
Right.
But also, there's a big taste. My parents are convinced that there is no taste difference. There is a massive taste between caffeinated tea and decaf tea.
Yes, there is.
Oh
a
yeah,
tea.
massive difference.
I
Like
hate decaf.
you can't put your decaf's really artificial.
Yeah.
Can't put your tongue. You can't put your tongue on it. Hang on. You can't quite say what the difference is, but you know there's a big difference.
Yeah. For me, it tastes like cheese. That's about yeah.
Everything tastes like cheese for you. Ooh, this dark chocolate. This dark chocolate tastes like cheese.
I love cheese, so that's my
This
problem.
cheese tastes like cheese.
Wait, that shouldn't be right.
Hmm.
That's illegal.
Ah, yes, this cheese is made out of cheese.
Kaya Philly cheese.
That song is amazing. Have you seen the Mark Drakeford song singing about cheese?
Mark Drake. Why does that ring a bell? That name.
Because he's the first minister of Wales.
Oh yes, that
That
sense
pleb,
of-
yes, the drip.
That's sense
The Jurassic Park amusement. Currently in the Senate.
But anyway, have you seen the song of him singing about cheese?
No, but now I want to find it out.
Go onto my profile, it's the top thing on there.
I had to type it in on Google. Mark.
Hey, oh, sounds are back.
Mark Drakeford cheese song, or
Cheese.
if you can't find it, go to my profile on Facebook and I've shared it on there. Slightly salty cheese. Oh.
That's probably the hardest I've had so far because I really like cheese. I always have, and when I get tiny child to walk up to grandparents in their farm, one of the things I used to look forward to in
This?
there,
Yes.
that few salty cheese.
I'm going to stop it here before you get DMCA'd.
Hey, thank you. My copyright is in good standing at the moment, Damien. Don't change that, please.
We are playing it within context to the people who do not know what we're on about. And we know.
And we have something of value to give, which is us talking about it, and it's with like.
That's within fair use as well, because we're commenting on it.
Yes.
And now people who have heard that section, they're gonna go and find that whole thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. We've added value and we've increased the market for the song.
And since I didn't even display the whole song as well, it encourages people to go and see the rest of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you didn't use the heart of the song either, despite the fact it's just a song of cheese. Well, actually, you did. You used a slightly salty cheese, which is probably the chorus, isn't it? So it's probably the
Yeah.
heart of it. Well, Damien, you have failed us. We're no longer in fair use.
But I didn't display the whole song because there could be a lot more to the song.
True, that's a good point. Yeah. Talks about Caerphilly. Talks about Caus Caerphilly.
You're displaying the rest of the song. This is on you now.
I'm not actually... I don't have the song in the background, though, so...
Yeah,
I
you're
could be
explaining the rest-
lying.
You're giving spoilers to the rest of the song. The rest is on you.
No, that doesn't go against fair use, though. Because I'm not showing the song.
Spoilers. Another Doctor Who reference. If people really got that quickly.
I got that instantly.
Yes, I see you're a man of culture.
I'd say the other bit, but it sounds really wrong out of context. It sounds really weird out of context.
Say it anyway. Why not? You started something now.
Very true. Hello, sweetie.
Oh, you call me sweetie? Ah.
Ah, a match made in heaven.
But those two things go together, if you know who says them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've seen that before.
Everyone, here's a
Actually,
hint for you. Melody Pond. That's
Aye.
it. That's a clue. Melody Pond.
Fucking big spoiler right there, isn't it?
I just realised it's very dark in here. Because I forgot to turn the light on
Actually,
again.
it's just you would know because what the fuck?
The fuck?
I'm
What
having a
happened
bat-
there?
I'm having a battle with the AI over the doors.
Oh.
The AI has decided it's going to try and control the train. Because, I have balked the simulation now.
Oh, that's hilarious when you do that. Basically, you've just turned on guard mode unintentionally.
Did you put that in the forums?
No, I didn't, because I thought it was actually a good thing, and I didn't want them to get rid of it.
Bloody hell. So you're going to ruin the game for other people?
Of course I am. Why else would I be the InstaSim channel if I didn't ruin things for people?
Oh, so that's why you exist.
Of course it is. That's always
So,
why I've
Twitch-
existed.
Twitch, I'm not insulting him. This is just jokes.
Where the hell am I going? I'm going... Why am I stopping here and then going to Dewsbury on another train? Why have I done that for? Maybe because it takes... Maybe I have to wait less. I can't remember.
Because
fuck it.
PHUCK logic.
Okay. I'm just going to follow the advice I've written down. I can't even remember what path I've gone with.
Could this have changed since you had to start at a different platform or something?
No, because the timetable is the timetable I've got is on an Excel spreadsheet which I made a while ago, and I haven't changed it since.
Oh, so this is a schedule you've made?
No, I took the schedule off an online website
Yeah,
that has all the timetables, but I put it into an Excel spreadsheet so it was easier for me to look at.
fair enough.
And basically, following the spreadsheet, I had me going off this train, the 1206 into Huddersfield, going off this train and joining the 1230 from Huddersfield to Dewsbury. And I'm not too sure why.
Maybe the OP has made a mistake.
Maybe. What do I go next? I go Dewsbury to Ravensthorpe next, afterwards. So I get to Dewsbury at 12:41. And then I think I take the 13:02 from Dewsbury to Ravensthorpe.
I thought you said Ravenclaw then, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. I think I know what I've done, because otherwise I would have had a 40-minute wait at Dewsbury instead of a 20-minute wait.
Has anyone here done a Pottermore test to see what house you are in?
I am Hufflepuff, and that's how it stays.
What's the website?
Pottermore.
Pottermore.com, I think.
I'll try and do it.
But
I'm a Hufflepuff, and I'm particularly good at finding things.
I've done a test 4 times on that website. 3 out of 4 times I got Gryffindor, and 1 of the times I got Slytherin. I'm pretty happy with that, really.
No, I've only done it once, and I got Hufflepuff, and I'm Hufflepuff for life now.
And I forgot what my Patronus was. I forgot completely now.
No, I don't remember what my Patronus is either.
It's no one cares about what Patronus you've got.
I'm only the Hogwarts house. That's the only thing that matters. What Hogwarts house are you in, Matthew, again, sorry?
I did a test. It wasn't the Pottermore one, but it came out as Gryffindor.
Ah, good.
Shame.
Like, pretty much, I think the main reason why I got Gryffindor was because I was brave and protect my friends.
Damien's brave?
Yeah, I would say I am.
Since when?
I would generally go out my way to defend people.
Nah, that's fair. I'm only taking the piss, don't worry.
Good toilet then.
I said taking the piss, not taking a piss.
And Twitch, you can't ban him for this because this is British slang.
Yes.
British slang, is very different to American slang. You don't get our humour. You don't get our England.
And you guys can't do humour either.
Very.
British humour is slapstick and sarcasm, and I love it.
The best interview I've seen was Lin-Manuel Miranda talking about the premiere of Hamilton in London.
That's
I'm not a fan of Hamilton.
That's the person you were talking to me about the other day, because I was telling you I was making a video about Wales, and one of the things that's unique to Wales and any other place in the UK is that when famous people come to visit, we generally don't give a shit.
Guys, I've got a bit of a fun quiz thing if you want to be a part of it right now.
Oh God, here we go.
Alright then, this is musicals. So this quiz here, I have to badly describe this musical, and you're going to tell me what answer it is.
Before you get on to that, we have Serena Diesel in the chat. I know British slang because I'm from Yorkshire.
Alright then.
You're from the land of the best tea.
Alright then, Serena Diesel. What cup of tea do you like? What's your favourite cup of tea?
Deadly.
You better not say Tetley.
Serena Diesel, what's your favourite cup of tea? Choose wisely.
Yeah, choose wisely because you've got 3 people against you here. We're waiting. The one that tastes nice. Which one tastes nice? Come on, we're all judging you here.
The one with the person who hasn't put the milk in first.
Serena
Okay, so
Diesel is waiting for the Class 40. Now that's a musical. Where is the Class 40? Is there even a Class 40 on Northern TransPennine?
Yeah, it comes with the heavy freight pack.
Ah.
They said all of them and don't generally give a shit.
You know what? I'm
fair
gonna
enough.
accept that answer and
Yeah,
say that's fine.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
I'll
as an
accept that
Oh,
answer.
you should have said Yorkshire. All right, shall I?
No,
get
that's a
on with
Class
these?
09
Shall
though.
I
What
get
else
on?
was I gonna say? It's right next to me. Where is it? Oh wait, is that the Class 40? I thought that was a 37.
No,
Oops.
it's a 40.
My fault.
What,
My
you didn't walk
apologies.
to it?
I didn't look at the number. I thought it was a 37. The Class 40 is at the front. I know.
Shouting at you. They're shouting.
I'm sorry. I have offended.
Don't shout at Insta-Sim. He scares too easily.
I have offended the masses. I accidentally called a Class 40 a Class 37.
Report to Twitch, cancel InstaSim.
They're shouting. You should be able to tell from the noise that you knobbed.
No.
Let me read that again. You should be able to tell from the noise you knobbed.
I'm sorry. They all sound the same. I'm joking, obviously.
Is that you mistyping heard? Or is knobbed just a slang in Yorkshire for some hearing?
I mean, Yorkshire has all the slangs, so it could be just something
True.
else. I feel like it could be some unpleasantry.
Oh no.
I believe it was unpleasant.
Knob ed.
Knobhead. I like
Yeah,
that word.
knobbed.
I love that word. I'll use it every day.
use it in your university reports.
In context, knobhead means great man. So you
Yeah.
go, hello, you knobhead.
Hello, knobhead.
I can speak a bit of Gaelic. Thanks
Oh,
to
yeah.
thanks to the stage manager from Home Darling, which is Porg Mahone.
It sounded like it said Pope Mahone.
Porg.
Hog? Pogcham?
Buggers. I should probably mention, in case you think that we're just weirdos, I mean, we are, but
Yeah, we
this
are
is just
weirdos.
how we are on the channel, by the way. We're not trying to take the piss out of people in the chat intentionally.
We're trying to bring you in on our jokes.
Yeah.
basically.
I hope you feel included in our jokes, by the way. It's quite a, you know, I like this kind of thing. It's nice, you know. Me talking to the mates at the bar, morning knobhead,
Yeah.
morning cunt. Basically, that sounds like Carnarvon, except it's said with more rigor.
That's Holyhead.
That's Holyhead for you.
Yeah.
That's what I say to my neighbours.
My mate in Leeds as well. Every time we start a chat, the first thing we say is the last thing Serena just said in quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that out loud because we've said it a bit too much, which might spank in systems out for it.
Yeah, I've said it once, and that's about enough, I think.
Twitch, say it more than once, and Twitch starts investigating your dream.
Twitch watching this stream sweats profusely.
All right, maybe not. Maybe what you said there wasn't the best.
Yeah. Within context, I think that would be okay, but
What?
I mean, I will accept that you said that because you come from Yorkshire, and I'm assuming that's just Yorkshire slang, which is completely fine. But we're not going to say that, I'm afraid. That's a little bit too much for me.
Think as if Twitch has to issue a channel warning or a strike, and they have this bizarre thing of having to watch the entire stream before they can do it, just
Yeah.
to make sure. At the moment, my timer is reading 6 hours 5 minutes, so they can watch 6 hours and 5 minutes of me driving a 377.
Someone reports this live stream on Twitch. They have the Twitch sweats profusely.
24-hour stream.
Oh god.
They have to review the whole thing.
Oh no! Now I've just thought of another quiz that I've got, which is really funny. Sounds not safe for work, but it isn't.
Wait, what was the quiz about the musical described badly that you wanted to do?
All right, let's start, shall we?
Let's
Yeah.
do it. Why not?
Number 1: a barber makes delicious pies.
I know.
Just say it. Just say it. Go straight
Sweet
forward.
Todd.
Sweeney Todd. Number 2: a reclusive composer kidnaps a young woman.
Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera. 3: the musical that taught us all to change who we are to be with who we love.
Can't actually think of that one.
I'll just say it if it takes too long to people to
Can you
answer.
repeat the? Can you repeat the thing?
Which question? This question.
Yeah, this one.
The musical that taught us all to change who we are to be with who we love.
Is that Beauty and the Beast?
No, Greece.
Oh,
Number 4.
before you go on to number 4, Serena Deezer just put, "Welcome to the stream. We can't tell the difference between trains. They all have yellow fronts, and that's what's important."
Mine has a yellow front.
Hate Yourself the musical. I do that every day.
Hey, look, a Class 101 appears.
In fact, I'm going to skip that one because.
Which one was that one?
I don't think this is a musical, but a famous writer and his wife meddle in young lovers' story, which apparently is Romeo and Juliet. Didn't know that was a musical.
I don't think that's a
That's not a
musical, although
musical.
there might be a musical of Romeo and Juliet.
Well, West Side Story is
Famous Romeo and Juliet.
Oh no. I feel like I've offended Serena Diesel in the chat by calling the Class 40 a 37.
Yeah, Serena Diesel's having shit right now.
Oh no. Oh no.
Number
I'm driving some electric box, so it's all right.
I feel
Number
ashamed.
5. A pathological liar starts a new religion in Africa.
Book of Mormon.
Correct.
Ah, bollocks, yeah. Saltiness intensifies.
6. Girl invites all her mum's exes to her wedding. That's pretty
Mamma
easy.
Mia.
Yeah, you finally got one.
Hey.
I know that one.
You'll know this one too. A life story of a French bread thief.
Well, that would be Jean. No, it's not Jean Valjean. Les Mis. Sorry, Jean Valjean.
Jean Valjean the musical.
Serena Diesel has a very bad description for me. Go ahead, say it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Is it a weird moustache man does something in front of camera?
Probably going to be something about me misclassifying a Class 40 as a Class 37.
A guy with a weird moustache stripteases in front of camera.
Oh no.
To be fair, one of my friends, I was crossing over Wrexham General Footbridge. One of my friends went, "Is that a 166? What are you on about?" It's completely different.
What was he
Sounds
looking
like-
at? A 175?
Yeah.
Underage woman gives birth to most OP character, the Bible.
That's the
Okay, then,
Nativity, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well, the
Nativity.
Bible as well, yeah.
Yeah, you should have specified because Nativity is a musical as well.
Oh yeah, exactly. The Nativity is a musical. Technically.
Technically, yeah. Where are we now? 8. A man's extreme gardening practices lead to the deaths of many.
Oh, Little Shop of Horror.
Very much correct.
Yeah, I haven't seen
9.
that one.
A missing. Don't you remember? Mr. Harding in school being Audrey 2, the plant?
No,
You weren't there.
I don't think so.
You must have been ill or something because we were all there watching the musical.
No, I don't remember it. Maybe I wasn't there.
Question 9. A misunderstood teenager tries to take down a fascist dictator.
Oh, I don't think I know this one.
Oh, I'm trying to
Wicked.
think. Oh, Wicked.
And finally, future vice president shoots his old friend.
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Serena Diesel, is that 101 going to shift at any point? Probably not. I don't know.
I think he wants to see the 47.
47. Oh no.
And bear in mind here, I'm just reading the chat because I do not do trains at all. I'm not a train molester.
I am. There's one. I actually appear in a YouTube video that one of my friends found last night of me driving one of the little miniature things.
The fuck? That's a whistle and it goes. Bye, class 40.
The whistle and it goes.
Serena Diesel, fuck off, Brandon. I don't know your actual name.
Brandon? Who's
Brandon? Who's Brandon? Me? Yeah, we'll go with Brandon. We'll just call me Brandon from now on.
He's in Sim. I'm Damien, and the other guy is John Jones.
Hiya.
If I told you my real name, one, you wouldn't be able to pronounce it, and secondly, you wouldn't be able to spell it.
I struggle to spell it because I keep getting the characters muddled around. And that's even when I'm typing to you on Facebook. It's
Yeah.
right there.
No, I don't. Well, I don't mind giving my first name. My real first name is Emir.
And his surname is Thomas.
Emir Jones, because Jones is a very Welsh name.
Wow, Serena Diesel, when a class 40 starts up and people run away because it sounds like coughing. I mean, they will nowadays, yes.
Oh, here we are. Found my funny quiz, and it's kind of in the same format as the chase.
Oh Christ!
Oh no.
Should do an end of year quiz.
Yeah, let's stick with Brandon.
Who are you calling Brandon?
I think. Are you male or female? Or
Yeah,
if you're
please.
non-binary, then forget the
Please-
question.
If you feel comfortable, please specify your gender. If not, we'll just go they.
Female. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
female.
Thank you. Let's stick
Just
with Brandon.
because
Yeah,
of the
okay.
earlier
We'll
tonight.
just stick with that.
I
Why have I stopped here?
We'll stick with Brandon. There you go. My new stream name is Brandon, everybody, and that's official as of right now.
Oh, Facebook have got rid of nicknames, haven't they?
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
call you Brandon in the chat.
The functions are still there, though. Technically, the functions are still on the apps.
I think they're gone on the apps.
No, the functions are still. Oh, not on the app. No, yeah, they are. They're still there. They're just hidden as much.
Oh right.
Are we allowed to say that on stream?
I don't know.
LGBT, as a member of the LGBT as well, it's questionable.
Can we say it, Damien? Do we have your permission?
Well, since they say that
It's just
no.
in the chat, so. Oh, she's bi. That's fine. Cool. And trans.
Fair enough.
Okay. It's fine. We
Yeah,
have your.
that's-
It's fine.
Come on.
There we go.
I'm really itching to do this funny quiz right now.
Go ahead, Damien. Go ahead.
And
Quickly.
Selen, feel free to join in. Question 1. In what sport does Fanny Schmeller compete for Germany?
I know the answer to this one.
A. Swimming. B. Show jumping. Or C. Skiing.
You have to do it with the charisma of Bradley Walsh, where he's nearly pissing himself as he's reading out the answers.
That's it. I got all these questions from him almost pissing himself. These are all from the chase.
I am very glad I have the permission of the gays. Thank you.
Wow. He's not gay.
Namaste. Well, I'm not gay, no, but I have the permission of the gays. That's fine. That's acceptable in my eyes, I think. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's acceptable to Twitch, but we'll sort that out later.
We'll find out when there's a warning. A warning in the inbox. Like, oh no.
But the answer is C. Skiing.
Yeah.
Question 2. What is the cartoon character Andy Capp known as in Germany?
I
Is
know
it
this
A,
one as well.
Dick Tingler, B, Willy Wacker, or C, Helmut Smacker?
It's Willy Wacker.
It's Willy Wacker.
I know that one.
Dump, floater, and wipe are techniques used in what team sports? Is it A, badminton, B, volleyball, or C, water polo?
Water polo.
No.
That was brilliant. I know it's not water polo. It's
Would be funny.
but it's not. It's not badminton. It's not. What was the other one again? Volleyball. That's the one. Volleyball.
It's volleyball.
And Sean Waters was the best dumper in town at the time, wasn't he?
Right, which of these fruits has hairy triplets? Is it A, coconut, B, gooseberry, or C, raspberry?
Ah, no. I think it's a coconut.
No, it's raspberry.
Oh. Serena Diesel. Me realizing what floodgates I've just opened. Visible fear.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Honestly, in my eyes, it's fine, but Twitch could have a different opinion. I think Twitch at this point has just figured out like, it's instant, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. I think that Matt's gonna get this one. Which of these songs is which of these is a song from a musical version of the Canterbury Tales? Is it A, I have a noble cock, B, I have a majestic goose, or C, I have a regal rooster?
I have a majestic cock.
No, that's a noble cock, but still.
That was a funnier answer though.
The answer is A, I have a noble cock.
Hey, I was half right.
But yeah, again, most of these questions I've got from Bradley Walsh almost pissing himself laughing.
Yeah. Diesel in the chat again. Just call me Diesels is easy. There, that's fine. I'll remember that. Cool.
Yeah.
And also, the Yorkshire version of Canterbury is Canterbury.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And then the Carnarvon version is Canterbury. Canterbury. Down
Which
Cont.
Which 1993 film is concerned with activities around Gobbler's Knob? Is it A,
no.
Grumpy Old Man, B, Jurassic Park, or C, Groundhog Day?
Ah, isn't it Grumpy Old Man?
No.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day. Right.
Oh, right.
Weird
Diesel,
one.
bloody hell, I'm on a roll today, unlike the bloody 101. Absolutely. This
British
101
rapper-
it seems to maybe have broken.
British rapper Tyrone Lindo is better known by what stage name? A, Big Nasty, B, Massive Dirty, or C, Colossal Brown?
Big Nasty.
Big Nasty. Where is it now?
I think this is my train. Ah, that passed the time nicely, didn't it? My train's arrived.
Oh, this is quite a funny one, but it's within context, so it's allowed. According to the saying, what must you not let under the tent? Is it A, a camel's toe, B, a frisky frog, or C, a camel's nose?
Isn't it the camel's nose?
Camel's nose.
Yeah, I thought so. I remember that one. We have a class... Is this a class... I want to make sure I've got this right this time. It is a class 40, isn't it? Or is that now the 37?
Right, Diesel.
No, it's a 45! I keep
Diesel,
getting these
please
wrong.
Diesel, please tell him off for us. Tell him off.
I should just stop streaming, but like, fine everybody, I'm stopping trains now, bye. I'm joking, I'm not doing that.
Give it up to trains.
That's it, I give up on trains now. Sorry.
What name is given to the sound hole of a violin? Is it A, a D hole, B, an F hole, or C, an A hole?
F hole for the violin, I know that one.
For sure.
Because it's shaped like an F. That one's obvious. And I remember the contestant answered A hole on that one. I remember, and she looked like she was 95 at the same time.
In the 1990s, Chef from South Park had a
Oh, I
number
know this one.
hit with which song? Is it A, Chocolate Salty Balls,
Yes,
B,
it's that one.
Big Spicy Sausage, or C, Fresh Juicy Melons?
Chocolate salty balls. I know this one.
Yeah.
Right, let me just go through the chat before you carry on. Diesel was like when about the 101 when I said they were broken, and she said they were broke when they were made, which is
very true.
very much true.
I know a railway fitter from that time, and he says they were always getting fixed.
Yeah. Just to be safe, don't take the last 2 carriages, because one train here deposits the last 2. Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
I thought...
Make your way up. Make your way up then.
I'm in the front carriage, I'm fine. I think.
Fair enough.
I'm in first class, there's no way I'm going back to standard. What do you think, I'm a peasant?
That's me flipping the bird to everyone on the motorway in the traffic jam as I go past on the Voyager.
And then 37 is grey, 40 makes weird noises, and the 45 is generic. Nah, that's fair. I will remember that.
37's not in North TransPennine, so
Yeah. 37's in Tees Valley.
yes.
Do you like your flowers?
Do I like my flowers?
Yeah, you're a flower person.
Which one? Self-raising or baking?
No, neither.
It's about that.
Here's a question for you then.
Plain or self-raising?
The spring wildflower, garlic mustard, has what alternative name? Is it A, Jack by the hedge, B, Tom by the tree, or C, Dick by the bush?
Oh, I was sitting on someone.
Well, you don't want to dick by the bush in that case then.
Nope.
Is it Dick by the Bush?
This carriage
No,
is
it's
over.
Jack by the hedge.
That coach is full. There's too many people.
Earlier, one of the questions was about Chef from South Park. Someone's made an AI voice thing and used Trump's voice in it. So basically, they got Trump singing "Chocolate Salty Balls."
Yeah.
It's quite funny. And the voice thing couldn't quite get some of the words. So instead of "ooh baby," it's "ooh babby."
Sounds like Trump anyway. China!
Yeah, pretty much. It sounds normal.
Have you heard of Donald Trump singing "Happy Birthday" to Joe Biden? That is amazing.
Hang on, let me find this.
One of Joe Biden's nicknames is Amtrak Joe,
Yeah, I've heard of that.
because he always got the Amtrak from Delaware to Washington.
And yeah, he decided to fly with Air Force One to the Capitol when it was in his inauguration.
No, they did want him to get the Amtrak in,
Yeah,
but because of security concerns, they flew him in instead.
yeah. Diesel said it was empty when she rode on it, which is fine, don't worry about it. I mean, every train I've been on, apart from the very first one, has had passengers of some degree on them, so don't worry.
All my passengers have been glitching out. What the heck was
All
that?
my passengers are dead.
Right now, the exact same clothes.
Hmm?
On the image screen, they've got the exact same clothes on.
Oh, they do as well. Apart from this woman, she's wearing... I'm not quite sure what they call that, but she's wearing something. All these people are female as well, which is... I'm the only male in this carriage.
Oh, you can see.
It's good to see the AI the character spawn systems working well in the game, as it usually does.
Diesel, Biden looking at the Acela Express or Acela Express?
Acela.
Acela Express be like this. This is the shit.
So what does this game do? Does it add a player model and then add random clothes to that model or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Really? I rode a class 43 and it was completely empty. Yeah. Every single train I've been on has had passengers in every single coach, pretty much. Which is a bit weird, because I know a lot of people seem to complain about the passenger numbers, but I've not had a problem with it. In fact, there was one time I didn't even have a seat. I couldn't even find an empty chair apart from in the guard compartment. I had to sit in the guard compartment.
Oh no.
I think there was like one seat left, but it was sitting next to somebody, and I didn't want to sit next to anyone.
Yeah, that's pretty much me anyway. So
That's anybody in real life.
Yeah.
any of these trains on here that have compartments, I would not want to even step in one with another person in it.
Yeah.
I'd rather other people come into an apartment I'm sitting in alone than me walking into a compartment with people in it.
Yeah. The only time I wouldn't mind sitting in a compartment with people is if I'm going with someone else. So, for example, if me and Matt were going on a train or something, I'd sit with him because we're friends and we're probably going on the same train at the same time, going to the same place probably.
It's awkward enough walking through a train with people sitting there and having to sit next to someone. It's awkward enough doing that. But sharing a compartment, it feels like your space is invaded even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine, I claim this.
But, like, I wouldn't mind sitting down. I wouldn't mind someone invading my space, but I wouldn't want to invade someone else's.
No, I know.
If I'm in the train like that.
Yeah, same with me really.
Even in first class, where you have like, because I did a lot of travelling between Wrexham and London just for shits and giggles. First class, there's a lot of leg room, and when a person sits opposite me, I get pissed off. It's like my space. I want these two seats to myself.
Yeah. Right, let me just go through the chat a little bit. Diesel granted the class 43 I was in was in the winter from Reading to London, which is fair. No, that's fair. I don't think I'm not sure. Does the passengers work when you put a different loco on a different route?
I think so.
Maybe you had an empty one. I'm not sure because you can choose if you want an empty one or a loaded one, can't you?
It would make sense. It would make sense if it did work because a compartment would be different to the thing. Do you know what I mean? It would just
Yeah. You have
Just
to
an
open a
area
door to
for-
sit down.
Yeah. Just ignore what I said anyway, because that's me responding to them.
Yeah. Diesel, so are you just riding trains? Today on here? Yes. In real life, I also do a bit of riding as well, but I haven't
Do
done...
you now?
Can you see the visible disappointment on my face?
Well, I see the visible disappointment in about 6 seconds latency, but yeah.
Before COVID, I rode around on trains quite a lot. I loved it and I miss doing it, to be fair. It's expensive, it's an expensive hobby, but it's fun. All the fun things come at a cost. But no, today on here, I'm just riding around in trains because it's the All Stations Challenge.
I feel like I really miss a theatre. I haven't really properly been there for a while.
No. Panto that nearly never was a fun working one.
Mm.
It wasn't the same because no one could hug each other and stuff.
So we didn't even like get COVID checks and social bubbles and whatnot.
We had social bubbles, that's definite. People had COVID checks as well, which is quite fortunate. Nobody had COVID throughout the run, which is fantastic. Even though it was like the one week we had really, which was tech, dress and show all in 1 week. And no one was allowed up in the follow spots apart from me and the other follow spot. And I wasn't allowed in places, so.
My friend Stephen, I do the podcast with him. Like, he hasn't got anything to record at his place, and he comes to my place. We've got like a social agreement thing, where if either of us got COVID, we'd let each other know, and stuff like that. Within the guidelines of
That's
Wales
my
guidelines,
train.
that is allowed.
I think, is it?
Yeah.
That kind of social bubble is allowed. So we have no issue sitting next to each other recording into this microphone.
Yeah. At the theatre, we have a camera that picks up, tells the temperature of a person. And And it also recognizes if you're wearing a face mask or not, which you find quite cool. We also have like a temperature gun just to double check. In case someone is reading a high temperature, we can double check on the gun at a distance.
So the thing with it, checking if you've got a mask or not, what does it do if you do and don't?
It just ticks a box.
More
That's
box
pretty much
ticking, yay.
I'd say though, like if it says this person's not allowed in, and that's against the law.
I think it's because the camera is the camera and laptop are pretty much next to each other because the receptionist is there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's in case the camera was in one place and the person was somewhere else in the building. They could see, the camera will take a photo of everybody who comes in.
Fair enough.
So
I just want to answer some chat messages very quickly. So Diesel said, is it just TransPennine or is something else going to happen afterwards because you're only like 12 miles from Leeds? So the All Stations challenge is I have to visit every single station as a passenger. That is the guidelines. I've kind of failed this one already, but I'm still going to finish it. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm travelling around as a passenger on the trains and I have to visit every single station. I've done this on Tees Valley Railway, Tees Valley, and East Coastway, and I also did a little one on LGV as well, and that only took half an hour. But basically, what's happening? Jesus Christ. What basically I'm doing today is North TransPennine All Stations Challenge to visit all the stations on the North TransPennine route. I do this on other routes as well. I've done it on, again, Tees Valley and East Coastway so far, and LGV. And I'll be doing it on other routes as well, because I'm looking to do it on the Long Island Railroad and one of the other American passenger route. And maybe also on some of the German ones as well. So that's basically what I'm doing, is to visit every single station in basically one timetable thing. One timetable. Whatchamacallit? What's the word I'm looking for? Sequence, that's one. In one timetable sequence, I have to visit every single station, basically. And the next question, there's one thing I don't like about this route. You really jolt forward and feel when the driver is braking. Yeah, I don't like that too much. I actually had problems with that happening on LGV. I got stuck in the toilet. Matthew saw that. I went stuck inside a wall, inside the maintenance cupboard, and all you could see was a fire extinguisher. I couldn't move. In fact, I got stuck between two passengers earlier, actually, which was quite funny.
Which is why I had to end it as well.
Which is why I had to close it and restart it, and then I missed my train another time and I had to close and restart it then as well. Ooh, look, newspapers. Yeah, no worries. And who else have we? What else have we got? Are you gonna do Southeastern High Speed when that comes out? Yes, I'll be doing a Southeastern High Speed All Stations Challenge at some stage when that comes out. I'll also be streaming it on the Saturday when it's released. So the 6th of February will be a Southeastern High Speed stream because I'm looking to pre-order it very soon. You watched someone who got stuck in the bar. I think I might have actually done that once before myself, actually. That was quite funny. Right then. So, whilst this is still ongoing at the moment, I'm going to go and have some food because I'm hungry. I am not sure if we're going to be able to finish this today. I'm hoping that we can because I want to finish it today. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to because I think I've done a few mistakes and wasted a bit of time, but we're going to try. We're going to try our very best. I'm going to try my very, very best to finish it in today's stream. But what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to head off for tea. I'm going to head off for some food because I'm a bit hungry. So I'll be back in about an hour or so. So I'm going to turn the stream off for now. I'm going to end the stream, but then I'll be back about 5:45 or 6 o'clock ish. So if you guys want to carry on watching later on, you can do. We'll be back at about 5:45 or something like that, I think, at the probably earliest. But again, keep an eye out on Twitter because I will post when I'm going back on, when I come back online. if you do want to carry on watching. We are, of course, still doing this as a charity event for the Samaritans. If you type exclamation charity in the chat, that'll bring up the link for you. And our goal is to raise a bit of money for them because they are a really good charity who help with mental health. Oh,
you got a follower.
thank you very much for the follow, Diesel. Very much appreciated, and hope you're having a wonderful day today. Welcome to the Sim channel. But yeah, LGV is fun, but it's a laggy mess. I agree, LGV is a lot of fun, actually. I do enjoy it, and I'm really looking forward to Southeastern High Speed. You might not be back then either. That's fine, don't worry about it. But I generally tend to stream Mondays and Saturdays, 7 PM usually on both days. So if you ever catch me streaming, you are more than welcome to come by and say hi, or to watch or whatever. Lurk as much as you want as well. It's fine.
Do you still have your schedule on the Twitch, on the info page?
I'll have to look because I don't know. But yeah, Mondays and Saturdays, 7 PM is usually when I stream. I might still have that on Stream Break. I can't remember, but I'll have to double check. But yeah, we'll be back about 6 o'clock ish. Really, quick before you go. Yeah, that's fine. Hurry up. Yeah, sure. Cool. But I'm just gonna say we'll be back at 6. If anybody wants to carry on watching, I will be back at about 6 o'clock ish. We're gonna carry on, of course, with the All Stations Challenge. That's one I forgot about. The West Somerset. I plan on doing it. It depends on how easy it is.
It's a lot of waiting.
Yeah, that's the only thing with the West Somerset. Is a lot of waiting, but it's on my investigation list to see if it's actually possible. Because North TransPennine never used to be possible because there was one station that had like 3 services that stopped there, and the rest of them just went straight past. I think it was Slaithwaite. But now that has like a service every hour, which makes it a lot easier. So West Somerset is on my radar, but again, it's on a case of is it actually possible, and I'll have to plan it out and see if it is. So we'll be back at around about 6 o'clock, and I'll let you guys know on Twitter when I'm back online. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about GWR. Yeah, GWR is on my to-do list as well. Basically, any route which has passengers services is on my to-do list. Apart from those I don't have, so I don't have a lot of the German stuff, but generally speaking, anything that's got passenger services is on my to-do list. But yeah, so I will be back at 6 o'clock. We're going to carry on with the All Station Challenge, hopefully finish it, try and get to all the stations. We've only got a few left now. We've only got a few. Yeah, Isle of Wight as well, definitely Isle of Wight. I really want to do that one.
You've been there a few times, haven't you, for Isle of Wight?
Huh?
I think you've done Isle of Wight a few times now, haven't you?
I have streamed it a few times, yeah. It's a really fun route, actually. I quite enjoy it. But yeah, that's definitely on my radar as well, Isle of Wight. So yeah, I'll be back at 6-ish. So yeah. There's only a train every hour though. I thought it was every 2 hours. No, not every 2 hours, every half hour. Or is it every hour?
Depends on which direction you're going.
Yeah, but also there's not that many trains either, so it's a case of if I can find a train that goes northbound and then a very quick service that comes back southbound, then that's generally, You're not letting me do this outro, I know. Let me end.
Oh, I got another quiz.
No, Damien, shush. Bye, everybody. We're going to finish it there. Okay, in all seriousness, we'll be back at 6, and I will post on Twitter when I'm back live again, and feel free to join us again, of course, at 6 o'clock if you want to. That's up to you. I'm not going to force anybody at gunpoint because that's a nasty thing to do, and it's probably illegal as well.
If I'm free, I'll come back for you.
Excellent. Matthew, you back at 6?
Yep, I will be back.
Excellent. So we'll see you guys hopefully at 6, and we're going to carry on with the All Station Challenge. But until then, see you guys in a minute. See you guys in about an hour-ish.